6 decibels though, was it, Dan?
Oh, we're right on the up. Wait, I'm just going to watch the end, brother. Bring it, baby, bring it.
Are we live? And we are live. They got the link out there. Good, good, good. And a special shout out to Lee Gilpin watching. How's it going? I know you're tuned in. Raring to go. Okay, so we're down here at the last 8 of the Victorian State Championships of 2014. Not far off, one of these 8 blokes will be crowned Victorian Champion 2014. We've got a couple of good matchups. We've got Steve Gray versus Mark Kerwood. 2 blokes who do know the tactics of the game inside out and can both pot balls. So, quality match that one. We got Jake McCartney versus Dave Mongre. Well, if you're a betting man, a lot of people might say Jake's $1.04 on, but you can't underestimate Dave Mongre. He's done well to get where he is. He's got nothing to lose. So, you just never know. But Jake is in form and looking hot. So, then we got Mark Robinson, Gus Georgio, 2 dynamite potters. Robbo very clinical. Gus very young and keen, got a lot of passion for the game. Be a good cracker of a match, that one. And the last one we got Rick Bell and the winner of Chooker and Jamie Stevens, which is still going. Okay, we jump straight into Dave Mongoose. Not Mongoose. Yeah, cracks the balls wide open. Well, not quite wide, but okay. So Jake comes to the table, open table. Just having a look around. And just joining me in the commentary booth here, hoop extraordinaire, Nathan Hammer Harris. Just getting his microphone tuned in. So Jake's took the reds here by the looks of it. He'll be looking at playing this red off the cush, off the yellow, to either take the hole, my most likely guess at some point. He's definitely got control of that corner now anyway.
Alright, hello everyone, all sorted out. Yeah, so Jake will obviously be looking to wrap this up in record time so he can get back to playing cards.
I didn't realise he was in the cards tournament.
Yeah, he is. He's currently sitting out. Status is on the table.
Well, I'm sure he'd be happy to sit out to win an Australian title.
Or a Victorian title.
That's what I mean, yeah. I'm going well.
But you're right, he would. Yeah.
So, Dave Monger's done well to get here, hasn't he, Emma?
Absolutely, mate. He's
Surprise package.
I mean, qualifying yesterday, and then getting through the
Last 48.
the tougher draw, the tougher round robin group today, and then drawing Nick Howie and knocking Nick Howie out. And as we all know, Nick is a quality player, multiple state rep, and for Dave to knock him out of the tournament, it's a big effort.
Yeah, I think one thing with Dave's game, he does keep it pretty basic, so I think he's got that going for him.
Yep, and I think that's what he pretty much has to do in this match. Just not, because as I said, playing someone like Jake, it probably sometimes can force you into going for a little too much. I think it's probably just a good idea for Dave just to stick to his strengths and just keep it simple, as you said.
Don't think Jake will be too disappointed with giving away the 2 there.
No, and copying a dream result along the way.
Yeah, he's got that white tied up, hasn't he?
So he won't be in any mood to get into too many tactical battles here. He'll obviously look to shore up a pocket where he needs to here and there, but any problems he'll look to eliminate them pretty early in the frame. So Dave can't tap balls around the table and get himself in winning positions too often.
Is this a Peter Butterworth kick shot off the rail, pot the yellow in the middle?
Yeah. Not sure if Dave's aware of Pete Butterworth's technology in these shots. So he might just look to just chip out and make the ball on for his next shot. Yep.
Got a lot of work to do.
Probably hasn't come through too far, I'd say, or hasn't got the yellow out enough. There's not a lot of options available to him, even if he makes this pot, which he has. But
Yeah, he's sort of only looking ball by ball here, isn't he?
Yeah. And as I said, Dave will probably learn a lot playing. One of the best in not only Victoria but in the country. So he'll be better for the experience.
Just tried to keep things tight around that black.
Just a little containing shot there. It's pretty much all he could really do from where he left himself. And I think we've still got a match going in the last 16. Jamie Stevens and Travis Martin. I believe that is now 3-all.
And the winner plays Rick Bell.
Yeah, who had a good win over Don Colbert.
Yeah, he's having a nice day out too.
A couple of surprise packets that have got in there, and it's good to see. It's not always the usual suspects that get through, but
especially in this format with the groups of 6 and the top 2 go through. I'm not a big fan myself of it, but that's what we've all got to play.
Yeah, well, I guess if people aren't happy about it, they've got to come up with a solution as to what's better. So it's just I don't really know. I mean, there's probably a few things that do need adjusting, but how we can make it better, I don't really know.
I just don't see the consistency like when you get down to the last 16. It's they're generally not on paper the top 16 in the tournament.
No, but you get that in any tournament you play too. So there's always even if I know there's a lot of blind draws and things like that, but in tournaments, but a lot of them there's always one or two when you get down to the last 16. There's always one or two players that don't usually get there, and so you have to keep those guys interested as well, I reckon. So.
So, he's got a little flick on the yellow.
A little tickle on the yellow, but still.
Could have been nasty if he went in off or something.
Still available in the centre, no problems.
Yeah, you'd back Jake. Man, if he's potting.
He's just in cruise mode right now. He's, as I said,
a bit of a tune-up.
He's probably thinking, hopefully it's I don't get blinded out and
run over and check his cards.
Yeah, he's probably mucked aces a few times by not being there.
So what do you reckon about this matchup? Young Gus got a lot of passion, a lot of youth on his side.
Yeah, this is another interesting match. This will be an Anzac Day rematch from the semis at the Anzac Open, or Anzac tournament last weekend. Gus was and was a best of 7 in that match as well.
Yeah.
And Gus on that occasion came away with the win. Sorry, I said semi. I meant last 8. So it is an exact replay of that.
And Gus will be loving the chance to take on the best here, Robbo.
Yeah, Robbo obviously has won this this tournament or this title multiple times. Gus has I think has made. No, he hasn't made the final. I think he's made the semi on one occasion. Just fell short. So he'll be looking to go one further this year. Off the back of quite a few good tournament results. He had won a local singles tournament down near where he lives a few weeks ago, down in the Eastern League, and had a good result at Anzac last week, going out in the semis.
Yeah, I think
So he's coming into some good form.
I think when Gus went away to the world titles last year, he came back a much more solid player. I feel it did him good, that experience.
Yeah, a lot of people will probably laugh at this, but has matured a little bit. Probably not off the table, but on the table, he certainly has matured a little bit. Handles himself a little bit better particularly when things aren't going as well.
Yeah.
That was probably the rap on Gus when he was a little younger. That just if you got on top of him early, you could sort of fall away a little bit. But he does stick it out now, and he'll have a bit of confidence, obviously, with the Robbo win last week. Mark's has been playing well. He doesn't usually put in a bad tournament. So a lot of pull left in that match, even though Gus has taken the first one.
Okay. So back to the Jake Mongre scenario. Jake with the combo. Oh. Might have left Dave in a little bit of trouble with the white here.
Yeah. But again, Jake's shots, even when they don't work out, he's not usually to the advantage of his opponent.
Nah.
So he does. I heard someone say he plays a lot of. His pots are always shot to nothings. So
yeah, he's a very clever player as well as a great potter, Gus.
Yeah, we might. So after this frame, we might just go over and watch the Robbo and Gus match for the entirety. Not no disrespect to this match, but might be a bit more quality. So no, we'll go straight to it. Okay, all right.
So Robbo on the yellows.
So Robbo will probably be looking at just flicking that red on the right centre to just open up that other yellow.
Yeah, it's not a necessity, but he does make things a bit easier.
The thing is, he can probably play a two-way shot here, but it looks like he's going to screw back down for the bottom yellow, and he's got the result on the red as advertised. So.
Yes.
I think you have to he's obviously played that to play the bottom ball, but there are other options that do open up as you move on the out. So he's obviously going to take this.
A couple of ways you can go here. Yeah.
So you probably look to go up table now and just clean up these balls and then come back down to make it as easy as possible to get to the black.
Yeah. When he gets down to these two corner balls, he just wants the angle to just slice one in and roll across to the other ball.
Yeah, with minimum effort on where the white's travelling.
Yeah, you just use the natural angle of the white.
So we might have found a new home too, where we've had if it does look a little different, sort of in the background there, we have just relocated the cameras for this event, so we might have found a new home, a bit more room. So yeah, it's not a bad spot here. But, hopefully tables are a little bit different to the ones. These are the back tables. The ones that are covering the at the Anzac, and the big guns are on the O'Reilly. So again, these are play a bit different. You might notice that the side pockets are a little bit bigger. You can attack these pockets a bit more than the ones that.
Yeah, the jaws are slightly more
Yeah.
open. So Mark probably, does he play for this in the middle, or does he screw up table?
He probably played in the corner, I think, mate. So just come up and yep.
He hasn't quite come up.
Yeah.
Still all right.
Yeah, no danger of
A
an
little
in-off.
bit hampered over the red.
Yeah, no danger of an in-off or anything like that. So it's just a matter of a little bit awkward, but
Yeah, he would have liked to have come past the red.
When you cue it as well as this guy, should be no dramas. And straight in the heart, and 1-1.
1-1.
Yep. Could go down to the wire this match, and as I said, so Gus will be feeling confident, but Robert will also know what happened last time they played. He doesn't usually like to lose to the same guy 2 times in a row.
Who won that throw? Who won that frame?
Alright, so we've got we try and get an update on some other games. Obviously Rick Bell still waiting for an opponent between Travis Martin, and still stuck at 3-3. Travis and Jamie Stevens, and we don't know the score of Steve Gray, Mark Kerwood. We'll try and get that to you.
So Gus with the crack. They haven't spread that well, but they're open.
Yeah, and what do you take here? There's a couple of tricky ones, but you
I don't mind yellows,
you'd probably
but
take the yellows, I'd say.
The problem with the yellows, he's got to find a starter.
But the thing is Robbo may look to take the red in the left centre, and then just look to come down table and extract that red.
Yeah.
If he does, if he's successful in doing that, I think that's what he might be looking at here.
Yeah, he might actually take reds here, like you say, and he can get to this bottom rail and play the red off the yellow to open up that other red, like on his third shot.
No, he's gonna.
So
he might be able to take it off that yellow later. So
take the corner one now.
Yeah, probably a better shot that way than my ludicrous option.
Being a bit hard on yourself there, Hammer.
That's why I'm here and he's there, mate. Because I put those stupid shots in my head.
Oh, mate, you want to see some of the shots I come up with? Now he wants to make sure he clears the yellow out of the way of that other red. You don't want it bouncing back in front of the red and sitting on it, so you might play it pretty thin. Cut the yellow down the cush, maybe, so it's out of the way.
Yeah, I think so. I think, that will. You just want to make sure he hits it firmly enough that the yellow doesn't pop back in front of that red. So
you see some people, they might try to dolly this in off the yellow, and the yellow drops back in front of the red. You really got to clear that yellow out of the way. And you can see him actually attacking this shot.
Yep, and he's also it's still not too bad. I know he's doing a bit of hand signals there, but it still doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's landed a bit awkward where that yellow is gone, but on the flip side to that, has provided more options to that red in the middle.
The flip side, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's still able to pot that red, even though it is a little bit.
Would
tricky.
you consider pulling up here and dropping the red over the hole?
No, definitely not. No, I wouldn't.
I know. You've got to back yourself here, but.
And Jamie Stevens, after being 3-1 down, is about to just use his 2, knock in the black and win the match 4-3.
Wow.
Travis, I watched that match. Travis did have an easy out to win that match 4-1 and chopped it up. And
So,
Jamie was able to get a very frustrating match to watch that one because the table did roll a bit.
so Rick Bell will be playing Jamie Stevens in the last 8.
And I'm sure it won't be on that same table if Jamie's got anything to do with it. So he may look to screw back into this yellow here. And that's exactly what he's done. It's a great shot. So it's obviously one tricky ball still. Well, they're all a bit tricky from where he is, but he's not really a lot. He has to land quite perfect, or he might even look to just possibly move a yellow to free that up. He may be able to play into that bottom yellow, perhaps. Yeah, and that's where he's just pointed his cue at on the table. Perhaps just to move that yellow a touch to get between the black and yellow to knock that red in the centre. I think that's probably a more controlled shot. Now, he's tried to, but just hasn't. Has he got through there? Has he found a gap?
Not sure. It's hard to see from here.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but it doesn't look like he's snookered there behind that ball. Well, he's obviously not. He's straight down. He didn't waste much time. Yeah, good shot for Mark, and again another semi-awkward shot here, but natural angle will bring this back down if he can land the white exactly where he is now. Just semi bridging over this yellow, but as I said, it's just a matter of natural angle taking it down to pretty much you'll be looking to land the white exactly where it is now. And played that very well, Robbo. Played that very well. Mark will be very hard to beat if he keeps playing this way, but as I said, it's either player really haven't done a lot wrong. Could just come down to the break. Alright, so Jake and Dave still in a bit of a marathon here. Jake is possibly on the, I'm not sure, I didn't see that last shot, but I'd say with that he's probably on the yellows. Mark Kerwood 2, Steve Gray 0. Mark just knocking out Kurt Dunham in the last 16. Playing very well. Won that match 4-2, I believe. As we go back to the Gus and Robbo match here. Yeah, good break by Gus here. We're looking at taking the reds. Just one problem ball.
Just catching up with some of the comments.
Yeah.
Good to see you. We got people from Thailand tuned in. Big hello over there.
Wani will try and get an update on the girls. It's Jojo. I'm sorry, I apologise. I don't know the girl's name that Jojo's playing in the semi. Maybe you got Mickey and Rio in the other one, but I have no idea on the scores. We'll try and get down on the job and try and get a score check for you guys. Hello, Kev. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I know by the photos on Facebook, I know Tim's enjoying it.
That's it.
And hello to Brunsey as well. Sticky's tuned in. That's good to see. All right, so Gus has landed a little bit awkward here. Now he may look to just chip off this red and leave the white down the bottom cushion. Oh, he can actually get through there. Okay.
Makes a difference if he can get through. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't think he could actually the white could pass there, but if he can, well, that's right. So I just believe Carol. Again, I don't know her full name, so apologies, but she's just beaten Joe. Carol Hilton. She's just beaten Joe. So she's made her first state side, I believe. So
Carol Hilton in the final.
Congratulations to her.
And she'll be playing the winner of Mickey and Rio.
And we still don't know the score of that match. And as I thought, Gus has played a little bit of obviously to get a safety there. Has not worked out though. And in doing so has also opened up the yellows for Robbo.
Yeah, Robbo's got the option of dropping this over the hole. Yeah, thanks. If he doesn't think he can get them all, he could just drop this over. But my guess is Robbo.
Yeah, I think the Robbo's mindset is he'll be looking. Oh, well, there you go.
That's why you're there and he's there.
Yeah, yep. I just thought that he would be the way he's run the last two racks. So I thought.
Mate, I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say, knowing Robbo and his queuing abilities, he'll be taking these on.
But that's good. But that's good to see because a lot of guys like probably myself included would just you'd be feeling good. You just run a couple of good nice racks. You get to the table and they're pretty much all on again, except for a couple of little tricky ones down the bottom. At the top of the table, but a lot of guys would just back themselves to have another crack because the rush of blood's going and everything like that. But he's obviously reined that in and still in control. So it's probably the right shot to play. Make Gus think about it.
Yeah, I like the way you say probably because sometimes your opponent will run out here, make the double, and go out on you. But sometimes you got to play the percentages. Like. I think, you got to make it as difficult as you can for them as well. Don't tell me there's a gap behind this yellow hammer.
I think there is, mate. Yeah, I don't think.
By the way he's played that shot.
I don't think Robbo got all of that pocket, so.
That makes a huge difference.
And if Gus can execute this shot well and land nicely on his next ball, Robbo may regret not finishing off there. But I don't think he'll be happy with that result.
He didn't really play position there. He just sort of played the shot. But now, what's he got?
He might have to play the old face cut or reverse double here. So yeah. If he does that, he might clip into that yellow that's just below the red in the middle of the table here.
He sort of changed his shot.
He's going to. Well, I don't know about this shot if he's playing this. This is a really tough shot.
Yeah, I think his last shot was just a bit. He didn't really do anything with the white. And got himself in trouble.
So he's backing himself to. No, he's back up again. He's not really sold on what he wants to do here. For mine, I would because there's a lot that can really go wrong here. So yeah, there we go. Back same double. Clip the red.
Wow.
Clip the yellow. As you see, land on both balls. That's a great shot by Gus.
He has come out a treat there. He's cleared the yellows from.
Yep. It was always going to come into. It was always going to crash into that yellow. It was just a matter of making the shot. So, played that very well. So, all from a coverage by Robbo, and I thought he would have had a dip.
Does he just stun this in, or does he deep screw and try to get better on the red? The problem if he stuns, I think then he's got to run the white up and down.
Yeah, it's still a tricky avenue to the black here.
Might be worth a deep screw to get back on the red, but
I know you'd love to do that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
And
all
probably
about.
snooker
Yeah,
myself or going off.
you're all about the show. Yeah.
Look, he's
Yeah.
played my shot,
Yeah.
but he's played it a
Yeah.
lot
Played
better.
that well now. Yep. So it's just a matter of rolling a couple of balls in now and send it to 2-all.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
mate. Cheers. I think you did, mate. Yeah. Yeah. So good out finish there by Gus. A surprising safety by Robbo there, in my opinion. But you know, I believe that is 2-all. It should be 2-all.
2-all.
Yeah. We might just get an update on the Dan to work out the updates on the scores there, but it says 2-all.
Just like to take this moment to a shout out to my daughter who's watching at home. Hello, Hayley. How are you?
Isn't that nice?
She's only 4 years old, but she can see me on the score, hear me on the screen. So lovely. Oh, apparently the score's 2-all with Robbo and Gus.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Well, these yellows look good, Hammer.
They do. And how often do you see it? I mean, I know he's far from finishing the frame here, but you know, so Robbo did have a chance to attack that frame, in my opinion, to go out. He's played a safety, and Gus could possibly after that run 2 racks after that shot. So
Yeah, it's
long way away from happening though. But
he might
yeah.
look back and wish he had to go now. But I mean, the other side too, he can also look back and say, I needed to get that right over the hole.
Yeah, well, you get the coverage where it's probably Robbo does win the frame. So, but
yeah.
having said that, yep, we'll move on. All right.
So Gus looking dangerous here. He just basically stuns this yellow in, and he's on the other yellow across into the opposite corner. So it's pretty much a stun shot, I would say, on this yellow.
Jake McCartney 3-0 on Dave Mongre as well, so we'll try and get that score updated. And maybe tried to get a little bit of a nudge on the black there, but
yeah, I'm not sure he needed to do all that bizzo, but
I've just been advised that my lift's about to go, so I shall catch you guys later and leave you with Pikey.
all right. Thanks for the help there, Hammer. Who won? Mickey. So Mickey's beat Rio. So the final in the women's will be Mickey versus Carol Hilton. Both of them automatic into the women's state team for 2014. And Mickey's just come over. Is there a few words you'd like to say?
Go the Vicks.
That's it. Go the Vicks. 2014 Vic State player Mickey. First one in. Well, sorry, second one in. Carol was first. Chipper, how are you? Right. So back to the pool. We got Jake 3-0 up on Dave Mongre. Looking good there.
So you're doing 3 tables, aren't you? Or is it 3 or not?
I've got those 2, but I'll swap show.
Because the girls might one of these.
So
is the one just screaming.
Put in 4
We're just doing a bit of negotiation here. We might even have the women's final on the live stream. We've had confirmation the women's final will be on the live stream. So Jake got a shot on the black to win 4-0 here. And it's in. So we got Jake has beaten Dave Mongre 4-0. And he can go back to his poker quickly. I think he might have to give that up shortly when he's in the last 4.
Yeah, I'll go get him. Yep.
Alright, so Mickey McPherson versus Carol Hilton will be on the table, which Jake and Dave just came off. Gus slightly out of position here. He's on the wrong side of this yellow, I think. So, running away from the black. I think he's looking at whether he can double the black. Because natural path of the cue ball when he pots the yellow is going to go out past those 2 reds. The black not going back into the corner. He has to work out another shot. He can play a kick shot off the rail into the back of the black and pot the black in the corner. It's one option. If the double's not on, he's also looking at the triple. 2 rails and into the corner pocket. MC, capital F-E-A-R.
That's right, correct.
So Gus, the triple, it's not there. So, big danger time for Gus in this frame. Unfortunately, as we all know, very, very hard, if not impossible, for Gus to win this frame. Robbo will not give him another look at that black. Robbo has freedom to take the balls on and not leave a shot on the black, or he can develop a bad one and run the white for the snooker, which is what it looks like he's doing. Bounce this out, run the white. He hasn't got the snooker, but as you can see, he's left Gus no chance to pot this black. And I do mean, well, actually I don't mean no chance, but it's about 99.2% chance Gus won't pot this black. The only way, load this up, masse into the side rail, come off the side rail just before the knuckle, and slice the black in down the cush. Or, another option, out of the jaws on the right hand side, jaw comes across the back cush and pots the black in the corner where the red ball is. 2 options to pot this black. I'd be looking, probably jaw is probably a higher percentage option, but Gus is just playing to hit the black. get it into play, which is, yeah, well, it's probably not as ludicrous as my shot, but I really don't like giving Robbo these balls. But he still has to pot him, so it's a fair enough call by Gus. Might see him screw underneath the one closest to the cushion. Yep, just kicked it out a bit. And I've got legend of the game here, Michael Skerry's come to join us. How you doing? Not bad, not bad. How's yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
That's good. As you do. Oh, hang on. Michael's microphone's not on yet.
Which one are we doing?
The women's final.
Oh. Now.
Michael's just, I'm not sure if you just got called somewhere or not. So, Robbo's,
How are you, Poggy?
yeah, not too bad. Robbo's just got slightly out of position on that shot.
How's the match been so far? They both played well?
Yeah, pretty high quality match really. Robbo played a safety shot before where he possibly could have gone, but he also left just a gap behind the ball, and Gus took the frame. Big out.
Timmy Mark's got one here.
Yeah, he's only got the one shot.
So I think they're both looking for their first state team in quite a while. Gus, his first one, and Mark missing out last year.
Nicely slipped in there, mate.
Yeah. You can do that after a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to see Gus get through.
Yeah, I was just saying before, I think since he went away to the Worlds last year, he's come back, he's matured a bit on the table. He's playing some decent pool, Gus.
That's
Oh, he's come a little close. Little close.
he has matured a lot on the table, Gus. Yeah, he's definitely a very dangerous player.
Yeah.
I still think he lacks a little bit of belief in himself, though. But that's just me.
Yeah. Not sure if he can nick this in or not. It's pretty. I think he can nick it in, but
He might-
White's going to be doing some mileage.
Well, he's just worried about it probably going in off here. So whether he can, yeah, it is tough.
Because it's hard to get the pace on the red as well.
And
Okay.
we're over to the women's final.
1, 2, 3. Was that 4 balls, Mick? I only saw
Cross.
3 there, but
3 and a bit, but we'll take it.
so anyway, they're open. And as we can see in the background, Robbo has just nicked that red in and doesn't have much white ball.
So I think Mark will probably play a double here and then leave himself a long black.
He won't try and play the snooker, the bounce out snooker.
Nah, because
Probably it's pretty difficult to get a snooker there.
if he was closer to the red, maybe. But I'm not really sure actually what he might do here. Depends on how he's feeling. But to the final, well done Mickey and Carol Wilson on making the final.
Both in the state team.
That's it, both in the state team. Mickey's made a number of them now, and Carol, I think it's her first one for Victoria.
It is. Don't know a lot about Carol, but I've seen her play before. She can pot a ball.
I just saw her beat her last opponent in the semis, which was I can't even remember. well, whoever she beat anyway, she was in
Quality.
tears of joy.
Carol was.
Yeah, Carol was. Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see that someone's.
Means a lot to her then.
Yeah, it does mean a lot, and you know, when you make your first state team, it does mean a lot. So I think you know the pressure's probably off a little bit now. You know, you made the side, and you're sort of just playing for the trophy here. So
Yeah, and the title.
and if you see down the bottom left there, Mark did actually play the snooker.
Ah, there we go.
So
And played it well by the
and
looks of
did
it.
play it well. You wanted to get the red out quite a fair bit.
Mm.
So definitely played the snooker well. And if I was Gus, I'd probably just
Try
run,
and sit up behind it.
just not even sit up behind it, but just make sure you don't foul. Just make sure you rock up to the black, and
Yeah.
that will give Mark a long pot. Quite a hard black, quite a hard red. Sorry. And if he does miss it, then Gus is pretty much odds on to win the frame. But if you just go and plough into this black.
And Buster Groovy, I can just let you know we will be watching the women's final. None of this back to Robbo Gus business.
Yeah. They had their chance.
I'd like to say that hopefully the matches could take roughly the same amount of time, but I'm not quite sure whether it'll pan out that way.
And this is a best of 7. The final of the women's.
The women's was the best of 7. Okay.
And if we look in the bottom left there, Gus did actually get out of that snooker.
He
And
has.
now Mark's faced with a safety or a long red and stun across for the black. Which, just looking at it now, I think Mark will possibly take this pot on and stun across.
Yeah, especially Mark will back his queuing ability here.
Yeah, his queuing's not too bad these days.
Yeah, one of the best I've seen. Mickey's queuing didn't look too bad there, but she sort of dropped the elbow out sideways as she hit it.
Yeah, probably due to her thin chest.
Yeah. Yeah, actually that could be a factor there.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
You see she probably has to move sideways a little bit to allow for
Yeah.
chestage. Mark's played a ripper of a shot there.
That'd be a great problem to have, wouldn't it, Mick?
Yeah, maybe for a day.
So,
So yeah, Mark just went up 3-2 there.
Mark got the black. Okay.
Good red, good black.
Carol needs to try and nick this yellow in front of the red, in my opinion, if she can.
Yeah, I think you're on the money there.
Take control of the pocket.
That's it. Even not get it over the pocket, just get it in front of the red.
Yeah. No, Robbo got that frame. So she didn't quite get it, but she has contained the red a little.
Not yet.
So,
I haven't seen much of Carol play, have you?
no, I haven't. She's sporting the Rainbow Chasers shirt, so she plays Women's Super League. Have seen her there before, but I've never really had the opportunity to watch her frames much. So, Mickey with a chance here, I think. Not sure if you'll see her taking it though, taking them on. She might just push the red over.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I know.
I'd possibly, if you wanted to, maybe pot the red over the pocket and sort of drift up towards where the black is, even nudge into the black if you can. You can then play the red near the black and then come up for a double or come up for the red down the rail.
Yeah.
But if you try and sit this over the pocket, this red, and it falls in, you're in big trouble and you could lose the frame. So Mickey's done that, and she hasn't played a bad shot. But the reason why I said you want to come up near the black was so it gives yourself a chance to land on that red near the black or land on the double, and she's sort of gone too far now. So
Yeah.
she's sort of in no man's land.
Yeah, she's got a real thin cut on this ball. She's just played the bounce out.
Yeah, and I think that's a bit of a nothing shot, really, because if Carol comes up and down the table and touches her yellows, then Mickey's still in strife. So I think Mickey needed to do more with that shot to give herself a better chance of winning the frame.
Yeah, it's quite interesting watching the women's pool. Like, a lot of times, probably in the Open, in the men's, they take a more of an aggressive option and take the frame on when they get those small chances.
Yeah.
Where the women tend to hold their game back a little bit, which, you know, it's a different style of pool, which probably makes it a bit harder for us to commentate. But yeah, there's different ways of going about things.
Yeah.
But basically, if you take the aggressive option, you've pretty much more got to get the balls, or you do end up in trouble if you're stuck on your last one or two balls.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to knowing your own ability of what you can and can't do. Okay. Alright.
So Carol with another chance, and she's left that a little bit short. She missed the pot.
So Mickey with the chance now.
So do you play the red in the centre and come down, hopefully nudge on the red near the pocket, or push it down towards the pocket, or do you play a double on this red and land fat on your second red?
Yeah, I think it depends on the angle you've got, but if you've got the angle to cut the red in and run into the back edge of the red, I would probably play that shot. I know yourself are very good at doubles, so what do you think?
I don't know, like it's a bit different from being here to out there.
Yeah.
You know, if you take on a double now and miss it, you might look stupid, but it might be the right shot. So, you know, never rule it out. But you know, it's basically just if you play one double and get it, you're basically rolling the red, rolling the black. So that double is potentially the black.
Yeah, I can see some value, because when you're running into the red, you're risking kissing it wrong and maybe not being on
you
it.
know, and if you land below it, then you got to play the red at the top. Now Mickey's playing a cut shot, which I don't really like that.
No, and she's kissed the black into a bit of danger territory as well.
Even if she got that, she's kissed the black over there, and now she has to pot the red and come down for the black. So I think by playing that one double on the red, or even the cut shot on the red and then pushing the other red over the pocket, was probably the right way to go. I think Mark and Gus are still battling away there.
Yeah,
3-2.
looks like a bit of a tight frame there.
And then how did you go out, Pikey, today? How did you go?
Made the groups of 6 this morning, top 2 go through, and I mean, it's a tricky system because I dropped one of the early ones I shouldn't.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
very hard.
You find it very hard to qualify even just from dropping that one match.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Yeah, I was probably in a similar boat. I only just made it through. I did drop an early one, but I mean it was a good match. So
Yeah, yeah.
JR and I played, and I'll end up losing him 3-2. It took about an hour and 5 minutes, but I ended up just scraping through and end up losing to Jake next round. So that's the way it goes.
Carol has opened up the black pocket here when she took that last yellow that was over the corner.
This yellow does go past that red.
Yeah, but Mickey's on the red, so she's got a big chance here.
And she's out there, so I'm pretty sure she's going to have the chance. So who else do we have? We have Jamie Stevens on another table playing... I don't even know the guy's name.
Rick Bell.
Rick Bell.
Yeah.
That's right, I've heard of Rick.
Mickey's landed awkward here, queuing over the top of the yellow. Very easy to swerve the white on this shot, Mick.
Definitely. Queuing down at the ball.
Ooh. And on one of the other tables we've got Steve Gray and Mark Kerwood at 3-all.
We have Matty Kerwood behind us, so who you going for in that match, mate? Steve Gray, obviously, yeah.
Wouldn't it be good to see the old master win an Open Championship?
Yeah, you can definitely do it.
58 years of age, I think.
And Mickey did play a good shot there, and now she's on the black, so I would suggest you just knock this in. You don't roll it in, because if you roll it in, there's a good chance that you that's a good shot by Mickey.
Good positive start.
Yeah, that's very positive, and it sends a message to your opponent as well. If you roll it in and sit over the pocket, then they're a chance to, counter and possibly win the frame.
I like the way you hit them in with authority, Mick, and then you actually double send the message by waving the cue and letting them know.
I do that sometimes when I'm pretty excited.
It's all good.
It's been a pretty good out, so yeah. You got to do whatever it takes to rev yourself up as well.
That's it.
And no one means it in disrespect, but sometimes you got to do what it takes to get yourself over the line.
A bit of that Leighton Hewitt come on kind of.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Shows a little bit of heart. Shows that you're interested in being out there and want to play. So
There we go on the commentary.
So I think Gus has gone in off and given Mark 2 shots on red or yellow. I'm actually not sure.
Reds.
On red.
That's dangerous. Just quietly.
Well, I think looking at the table here, this is Mark's pretty much only problem ball, because he'll roll through a few inches and play the other red in the centre pocket.
He didn't quite roll through like he would have liked to there, but
No.
he's still fine.
But this is still fine. He might go into the other red near the yellow and sort of just push it across the table a little bit now.
But he's got plenty of options to get back on that.
Yeah, you got a ton of options, yeah. And this is for the match. This is to make the semis.
Yes.
And for all you people out there that don't know, Mark is expecting a baby on the first day at Nationals. So him and Susie have done well there and timed it quite well. So Mark's hoping to move Susie down there 3 months early.
I was going to say, does that mean Mark won't be going to the Nationals if she's on a trip to the hospital? Or?
Well, he's either going to send her there 3 months early, so
Yeah.
that way she's not on the plane, or
Maybe
God, I hope she's not listening, otherwise she's going to kill me.
maybe they can take their own paramedic with them.
Pretty much. Or just get her to drive up a week early. Oh, wow. And he's either got a massive kick or miscued. And I say he's miscued if he's looking at his tip. He's still fat. He's got 3 balls over a pocket.
You're saying he's fat?
I'm not saying that. As close as I am to the guy.
So,
I think he'll get back in position here by playing the ball over the pocket, or even the corner ball that he's looking at now.
Steve Gray with a big chance here. He's got 2 last yellows and the black at 3-all with Mark Kerwood. He's played to cover the pocket. So he's in control of that frame. Back to Mark. He's got the chance now.
Not a bad shot. He didn't really. He might be able to sneak this red across. He didn't
Gotta
really
hold
want
the white
that.
still.
He didn't really want that. He wanted to come past the black. But I'm not sure whether he can sneak this red down the rail and it sneak under the other red in the middle.
I
But
think he can, but it's about holding the white too.
he doesn't look that happy, so he's gonna need another very good shot here. And where the white is, it's going to be running a lot. So maybe he wants to play the red and go back into the black to hold.
Play it with a touch of right hand side.
Just a touch, and hopefully hold on the black. And even if it goes wrong, he's still got the pocket covered pretty much. So
that's where you can probably attack this shot a little bit, like play a fair bit of right hand side.
But the way he's looking at it, I don't think the red sneaks under that middle red.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that makes it very different.
Unless he's trying to play a little bit thick for the red to come off the cushion, hit the red, and then hit the other red over the pocket.
Got to be careful you don't kill the other red doing that too.
Either way, you've still got the pocket covered, so Gus is going to have to make a mass, quite a big out to clinch the frame. So
he has played the shot you said, tried to kick into the black. But
it's all sort of gone a little bit wrong, but he still has the pocket. So
I was going to say it was probably a good thing that didn't drop, but he still could have clipped the red back over.
But you can see, see what he was doing there. So
does Gus have to come down to a double here?
He could possibly play a safety, but I think
he could screw to the side cushion.
You know what? If I was Gus, I'd probably go home. I don't know.
He's got 2 options. I think he can play the snooker on the side cushion, or he can go for the out, and he's got to make the double.
Yeah, the white doesn't go in between the cushion and the yellow.
He's actually just had a look at whether he can pot Mark's red and take the pocket. That's a big shot.
I wouldn't be doing that because you could foul snooker. He doesn't have the angle to bring the white across the table. I think he can't even roll up to that yellow at the top.
No, he can't roll up to the yellow. I think screw back to the side cushion here.
He might even be able to play, this is really risky, but he might even be able to play the one in the centre and try and get down for this yellow. And if he gets too low, he can play the yellow back up in the corner. Play like a plant.
He looks like he's going to take the double on.
Yeah, I think you have to do this. Now, just try and come down and land on the black.
Yeah, you want to be on a straight line with the yellow, basically.
If you,
slightly off to the bottom side would be alright too.
Don't mind, it's even the bottom rail. You want to land on the bottom rail near the nameplate. If you can do that, now he should have taken a little bit more time with that, but he's
perfect, I think.
He's landed pretty fat, so this yellow pretty much for a 3-all.
You basically screw the white back half a foot, so you're on the black into the middle.
No, you just come back a few inches.
Yeah.
Just come back a few inches. And Gus needs a few inches. So yeah, just one double for basically a 3-0 lead, but he's topping through it, which is, and again he's rushed it a little bit. That's one thing that Gus, whenever it comes down to a big part of the game, I find that he feathers once or twice and then hits it. I think if he takes his time, just that extra feather or two, he will execute the shot a lot better. He played all the right shots there. I think he just rushed that double.
Yeah, it could be very costly, I think, here.
It's a good shot by Mark.
Deliberately realised that he was probably hard to hold that, so he's made sure he's overran it so he doesn't snooker himself.
So Mark will play the right, the reds here, and just sort of stun across for the other red. like so, and he'll probably just screw back maybe 6 inches and take this in the centre pocket. Or he might even screw back 6 feet.
6,
3, 4,
5 and a
4 and a
half.
bit, 5, yeah.
And that's matched to Mark.
Yeah. Once again, Gussie, like, if you are going to watch this and, you know, just, I love you to death, but just on those important shots, just take an extra second or two, you know, a couple more feathers, and, you know. But anyway, unlucky Gus, and well done, Mark.
Steve Gray got up. He went in off the black.
Oh,
Steve
wow.
Gray went in off the black at 3-all. So Mark Kerwood's gone through to the last 4. Steve will be gutted.
And Carroll just fouled here, so
Wow. So Mark Kerwood advances to the last 4. Robbo advances to the last 4. And I believe they actually play each other in the last 4.
I think we're just checking if this is a foul snooker here.
Yes, Mark Kerwood does play Mark Robertson in the last 4.
So no foul snooker,
No foul snooker.
and Mickey has 2 on the Reds.
2 on the Reds. Would you open up the black here, or?
Um,
Mickey did try to play the bounce out and open the black up, which I think she succeeded in, but she's got a thin shot on the red now. She's going to be running in between those 4 yellows. She's got to swing the white around between those 4 yellows here. And she has done so beautifully. So if this black passes the yellow, she's just checking now. Looks pretty tight from here. Straight in. So
it's
Mickey
good out there by Mickey.
2-0 up. Okay, and we've just been informed that the 3 players who are through to the semi-finals in the men's are all Ballarat players.
Who are they? Jake, Jamie, and Mark. Mark.
So
Who's Mark? Mark Kerwood.
So Mark Robertson
Oh, yeah,
is
Mark
the
Kerwood.
odd man out there.
Jamie Stevens. What's he doing?
Jamie Stevens has beaten Rick Bell 4-2. Jake McCartney's beaten Dave Mongre 4-0.
What's that?
2-0 to Mickey.
2-0.
Carroll coming in with the sledgehammer break. Goes into her wind-up.
So 2-0 to Mickey.
Gets down.
So Mark hasn't got a stream, has he? No. So Jake didn't get streamed, did he?
No.
Robbo and Gus got streamed.
Jake's had enough coverage over the years.
The black shirts. Oh, right.
I've got a spare if you want it.
No, got a copy you today, so it's all good.
What'd you take here, Pikey? Reds? Yellows?
Well,
Now Mickey is looking at the yellow here. I possibly would take the red only because there's more reds covering the black. So
If this red and yellow are on as a Jackie into the corner pocket, I might even play that.
yeah, but are you going to go game from here? Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
taking the reds.
I suppose you got a potable. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably try and maybe play the bottom left red in the corner pocket.
Bottom left.
Yep. The
Okay,
bottom
yeah,
left one,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
The
The
one
one
she's
she's
probably
taken
going
now.
for now, yep. And maybe going into the red and yellow. And when she is on reds,
Bit
then
awkward queuing, but
maybe
yeah.
put another red over a pocket.
I think that's the way you'll find these two will play out this frame. It'll be taking control of the pockets. There won't be any fast pot outs here, I wouldn't think, but balls are very tied up in the middle. Mickey was just looking at potting this red off the yellow. Can you believe this? She's going to cut
Well, she
the red.
does.
She's going to cut the red into the yellow. No, she's changed her mind. She's just opened that red up. Hmm? Score.
I'll be back in 5.
Ricky's played another cover shot there. Blocked off the yellow. So in the one semi in the men's now, we have Mark Robinson versus Mark Kerwood. Winner of that match will be in the Open Stateside for 2014. So big matches, these semis, everything to play for. The final two who are in the final both make the state team. So really, probably these are the finals, the semis. And the other one is Jake versus Jamie. So two great mates from Ballarat. The winner goes in the state team. Nikki starting to open up the reds a bit now because she's got control on that bottom left hand side. She'll probably run through off the bottom cush here. Yeah, Oh, she's just jawed that red. She's ran through nicely onto the other red, but missed the pot. So Carol, a little bit of work to do. Looks like Carol's left herself a double here. Double inside the red. Got a lot of work to do here too, still, even if she makes this double. If she's took the pocket. That's possibly better than in, I would say. Mickey looking to turn the tables very quickly. She played the deliberate foul, given Carol 2 shots, but left her no real straightforward pot on the yellow. That's probably a great turnaround shot from Mickey there, I would think. Because if you leave that situation there, then Carol can build, she can get her other yellows out, take control of the frame, but Mickey's put a stop to that very quickly. Something's happened here, I'm not quite sure what, but Carol's having a talk with Tracy and Mickey. Not sure if she's got some pains or something. She, whatever it is, she looks a bit distraught. There's time out here for a second. Not sure what the situation is over there. I'll let you know when I know more. So we still remain on timeout. Mickey's gone to talk to Gov. Tracy's still talking to Carol. Mickey and Gov have come back over. Okay, so back to Robbo and Mark. Or I should say, Mark and Mark. Looks like there could be a considerable timeout in the women's match here. Okay, it looks like Carol could have sustained some kind of injury. Some problem under her arm. I'm not sure what the situation is, but I'm not even sure what the ruling is, whether What happens if there's a medical reason you can't continue the frame? I don't know. But we've got the President, Don Colbert's, going over now to have a talk and sort out the issues and the rules and whatnot. She's just yeah, okay. Meanwhile, Mark Robertson with a chance to pinch this frame. He needs to knock in a good yellow here. Looks like he might be taking it long if it's not on in the middle. This requires some nice cueing. And he has got it. What a great shot there. Cracker. He really focused on that. He took his time, probably feathered a bit more than he would have normally, getting everything exactly right. And it's paid off. Now he's just got to get back out off this for the black. Just come past the red. Well, he's slightly queuing over the red, but should be alright. This is a bit of a tricky shot. Like, you don't really have much support underneath you. You haven't got the table. All you've got is your 3 fingers to support your bridge. You're playing down on the white. You've got to be very careful not to impart any side on the cue ball here. And he has done. It's gone in off the front jaw, but it's in. Great shot. Those shots are not easy. What's the situation?
The girl had done a bad injury and she couldn't finish the match, so she's had to forfeit the match. So Mickey will be the winner.
Okay, we have confirmation that Carol has sustained an injury, something to do with under her arm, and she has had to withdraw from the match. So the match will be forfeited, and Mickey McPherson is the 2014 Women's State Champion. Unfortunately, Carol having to pull out. She will take the runners-up position. But both of them still into the Victorian State team. So pretty sad that had to end that way, but
Yeah, that is.
I hope everything's all right with Carol. She's done well to get there anyway. But Lee Gilpin will be happy. Now we get to watch the men's semis. Dan's just rearranging the cameras.
I was thinking maybe we could get another camera and have someone sort of walk around the table, Pikey.
And we got I see you're tuned in there, Colby. We will have a camera on Jamie's match very shortly. Okay. Is that the right score? 1-0.
I think it is. I think the first frame went quite a while. Just gonna get an update on the other table here. Jake and Jamie.
What's the score there?
They're probably gonna chop it.
Yeah, only one of them can make the team though, Mick.
Okay, I think Jake said at the start of the match, "I'll just let you win, Jamie, because you no chance to make it this year."
You reckon Jake's pretty confident he can make it through the other way? State team selection rounds?
Yeah. He's missed out before. He's missed out 1 year.
I don't think there'll be any throw-offs between those two. Both men of high moralist, what's the word? Morals? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, I don't think either of them know how to throw off. They're both very hungry to win.
I think Jake's still in the poker tournament here. I think he's been blinded out.
He's still going in that,
I
is
think he's still going. He's down like the third table. There's a chance he might take out the Victorian title and the poker tournament here tonight.
And Mark with the kick shot has made contact with the red at least.
Someone like Woody will tie Mark up now with one red on the table.
Yeah, I think Woody's sort of got free reign of the table here. I think you can still go.
Yeah, I think if Woody was going to show Mark anything in this match, like I'm here to win it, basically I'd be taking this out on now. They're all there. They're all there, so go for it. The last thing you want to do is here is lay up and let Mark come off a cushion and knock this red in.
Yes and no. I mean, even if Mark does pot this red, I think he's got the black tied up, so it'd be very highly unlikely Mark's going to take this frame from here. It's a good containing shot.
Yeah, a lot has to go Mark's way right now to pot the red and pot the black.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Like, the balls weren't difficult there for Mark to take on, so not sure what he's waiting for. 2 shots probably, I would think. Mark has potted the red.
And there you are. That's exactly what I was talking about. So now Mark has a chance to knock this black in. So I'm not sure which pocket it will go in, but
is it on in the corner? That's the question. He's looking at it. Got roving Scary with the headset over there, checking out whether it's on.
Okay, I just had a quick look. I think it goes like in half the pocket.
Okay.
So if Mark was right behind this, then it's probably a 50-50.
So from where he is, it's about a what?
Look, I'll tell you now, he can pot it. It has to be a very good shot, and it has to hit the lower jaw of the table. So just got to watch the in-off.
He is cannoning into the
yellows.
yellows.
Yellow, I mean. So I think all Mark has to do here is he was in trouble anyway. Maybe just get down, try and knock this black in. Whatever happens, happens. But if you can just roll the black anywhere near or close to in or over the pocket, then it puts a bit of pressure on Mark here, Kerwood, to run the rack. But I think he'll come close to this. He's
just hit it a little
yellow,
thick.
yeah. But still,
has left Mark not an easy shot off the back rail.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably cut the one in the middle, or he can. I think.
So tell me, would you prefer to be in your position before potting out with Mark having a red and a black, or now potting out with Robbo having just a black on the table?
Well, I like the yellows better where they are now, but I mean.
Well, they really haven't moved, have they?
Yeah, they have a bit. Mark Cannon, the yellows open then. But either way, they were on, so
The only thing now, like if the thing is now, if Woody clears up now, Mark will be thinking, well, it's because I missed the black in a way, or I miss a hard black. But if Woody would have potted out before and showed Mark that, hang on, I don't need to snooker you here and pot out with one shot, then that puts Robbo under more pressure than the next frame, thinking, well, hang on, if I stuff up, Woody's about to come in and clear up.
it's an interesting scenario because like there's many different schools of thought there. Like
Well, I'm
you
just
know,
giving you mine. So
Steve Gray would have played the same snooker there, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I think basically it all comes down to how you're feeling. Like you know, if you're going, you've got to know you're getting them.
yeah,
That's the key to it. If you know you're going to get them, then you go.
Oh, there's no right and wrong way what Mark Kerwood did. I mean, this is fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's all about getting those little 1%ers in your opponent's head.
But also, when you reach the absolute top elite level and you come up against top players like, for example, Quinton Hahn in his prime, one cushion snookers, you know, very dangerous. He'll probably pot that red out of the snooker a lot of the times and manage to pot the black. So, you know, you've got to look at the situation and who you're playing to, I guess.
Yeah, so it's gone 1-1. Yeah, I agree. So 1-0 with Mark and Mark Robbo or Mark Woody. Now it's Jake and solid Jamie Stevens. Now he said last time I didn't pay out on him enough when he was playing. And that's because I didn't want him to pay out on me when the next time we were playing. Next time I was playing. So Jamie Stevens here on yellows, I think. I think that yellow goes in the bottom left.
Jamie's nicely on that yellow.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with the black though.
I think you can run through off the side cushion and come back across.
Yeah, yep, that's probably the only shot he's got.
Depending on the angle.
I think he wanted not to come back as far as that.
Yeah, not exactly sure on the angle here, but if he gets back the other side of the table, he's got the black into either the corner or the middle.
That's it. And Jamie, I can tell you now, I do have more hair than you. Because that's a shocker.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think the camera changes things, Mick.
Well, I can't see myself out there.
Something weird going on here, folks, but I can't really tell you what's happening, but
Just a reunion.
there's a bit of Scary and the X. Not sure what's happening, but not rekindling the love, are we?
Not with me anyway.
No? That's all good, Mick. You got to laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
That's it.
I have a very reliable source when I get home. It's from my hands.
You can't say that on camera, Mick.
Oh. No, well I can, because I just did. So.
Okay, so Jake on the reds here. Big
So
chance.
Jake with strawberry number 2.
He does. So yeah, you notice there with Jake, there was no second guessing that he wasn't going to pot that ball. A lot of players might have played a bounce out snooker there, but
you can also see where he put the white though. Like it's not a fluke. He's put the white in a position where, in a way, if it does miss, Jamie still has a quarter or half ball pot on the black and has to miss the middle pocket. So there's still, believe it or not, there's still some of that. Like Jake is thinking about that as well. That's not a fluke. and that does make the pot a little bit easier.
He didn't want both those to drop there, but
I don't think he minded. You're possibly right, but I don't think he minds. I think if he just rolls this top red in, he's pretty fat on the bottom red, and he can just come up the table.
you got to stop calling these blokes fat, Mick.
Yeah, well,
I know the camera puts on a few pounds, but
I'm trying to get the old stomach going, because I see a lot of these pool players that got a few kgs on them can actually go yard. So
that's it. Jake has
Jake, a bit of a layer up.
come up perfectly. Well, anyway, it was perfect up that side of the table, but
That's
it's
it.
beautiful.
And Jakey was at my joint last night.
I heard that.
I can tell you now, he's no good at table tennis.
You were watching watching the snooker semi-finals.
That's it. And Mark does have a brother over in England, and plays on a slightly bigger table than this. And yeah, couldn't get as far. Couldn't make the final. So he did play well, but I think his brother Mark, which we're looking at today, might actually go one step further than his brother and make the final.
Yeah, it's a slightly different level, Mick, but
It's all the same. You know, the prize money is a little bit out.
yeah.
A little bit out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got beat by Mark Selby, I believe, Neil did.
Yeah.
Who actually beat you in England in the 8-ball years and years ago.
Yeah, I was actually Selby's first match when he won the world title the year after in the last 32 of the world, and I ended up losing to him, and it was a I don't know.
And that was the year he won the world title.
No, that was the year before that. I was his first match the following year as the reigning world champ. I'd beaten a guy that was on top of the stats up in England, and I played Mark Selby in the last 32. So he ended up beating me, and I think he lost in the quarters or semis that year. But yeah, no, Selby did play very well last night to beat Neil, and Neil played absolutely brilliant as well. It was a great final, 17-15. And Selby's into the final now, playing Ronnie, which is, he's won it the last couple of years.
Anyway,
back to the real game.
Back to the pool.
Back to the real game.
1-1. Mark versus Mark. Oop. Different, but effective.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Mark Kerwood is he's a very smart at the game. And he's just keeping the pressure on here. Robbo was probably hoping that Woody had a bit of a dip there. Do we have Kev Harvey commentate?
Kev Harvey is watching over in Thailand.
Wow, Kev, what are you doing watching this when you could be over there with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 lovely young ladies by your side? What are you doing? Maybe they're holding the laptop up for you.
Lee Gilpin's asking if they're actually showing it in the bar in Thailand. Yeah.
Wow. I'd have, if I was up in Thailand, I'd have one chick laying down with the laptop on.
All right, Mick. Back to the pool. So, but isn't it great that, you know, anywhere in the world people can tune into this?
That is great. Dan the man has done it again. That's not a bad shot by Robo, but not good enough.
Not good enough?
But yeah, definitely CueballTV has done a lot for 8-ball in Victoria and Australia. And I just got a message off Rusty here saying he beat Jack Phillips last night, racer 13-9, and Rusty says he doesn't miss much. Yeah, Jack Phillips is a good up and coming player. and whether he plays for Victoria or Queensland or wherever he is at the moment, he's going to be a very good player in the future. And Rusty just won the big guns.
That was
Played
a bit
out
of
really
a.
well.
I wasn't impressed with that shot. I'm not sure what happened there. I think the yellow was on, but he's given Mark a chance here.
Definitely.
Mark's got the one red that's over on the side rail there, but
I think it doubles. It might even double if Robbo can't get it out early. Colby Poole just sent me a message saying I'm not dirty enough on CueballTV apparently. Can't keep up to her husband's standards. I think that's how I read the message anyway. And thanks for the Michael Jackson picture, by the way.
so, swinging this round with a bit of running side.
So I don't know whether he's going to play for a double here. These cushions don't play too bad, so I think he might possibly play a double on this red, unless he can find an angle to just nudge it over the centre pocket.
That red near the black spot too, Mick. Not sure if it goes into the middle or not.
Yeah, I think it does. You took it the left middle or the right middle?
Either.
I think it goes in the left, and I think it possibly would. I don't know about the right really, but
yeah. He might be taking it now if it does.
So I think Jake's gone 3-0 up on Jamie. I think Jake's going to make his fourth final in a row, maybe. Ooh, and Robbo's missed one in the centre. So a chance now for Woody to go 2-1 up. Be careful here this doesn't double kiss. Yeah, I was going to say.
Double kiss drop.
There's a chance that it could stay. So if that second yellow was closer to the pocket, then yeah, it was a gimme. But it was just a little bit further out than normal. So it only just dropped.
And Jake has moved to 3-0 up on
That's
Jamie.
Mark Kerwood's taken these quite comfortably.
Yeah, he's just got to come out.
He's copied my shirt today. Didn't do me any good, but it's doing him good. The old black shirt, black pants.
So Jake looks like he could be sealing the deal here. Reds are all on. Black goes inside the yellow. Might be curtains for Jamie. Actually just noticed Jamie.
Yeah, with an I. I think he changed his name at D-Pole about a month ago. Didn't like the E, so he just went Jami.
That's not the feminine spelling of the name, is it?
Oh, I think he's starting to turn. I think Colby went and bought some toys and.
Oh, stop it!
I think he's liked them.
Can we turn Michael's mic off or? My goodness gracious me!
I think the colours were black too.
So Jake.
Oh,
Oh, he's hung the red up. He's given
hung, he says.
Jamie just a glimmer of hope. If I was Jamie, the first thing I'd be looking at is securing that black.
That's right, and I'd probably just roll up to this yellow down the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, just play the one down the cushion. Combination, cover the pocket. Which he has done, and he's left a gap. I think.
Maybe.
I think he has left a gap,
I
Mick.
think that second...
It's hard to say. Jamie's shaking his head. He's not happy.
So Jake's just had a quick look. And what happened with Mark? Yeah.
2-1 to Mark Kerwood.
That's it.
Mark Robertson with the big smash break. And he's come up dry. So Jake out in the open on the red.
Yeah, the way he's walking around, I think this cruises in. And Dan the man has just said there's a big gap for the black. Just a small screwage there, and now rolls in the black to move into the final.
Yeah, he just
his,
got to come off the cushion, off the yellow, and in.
To make the state team. And he has done it.
Done it.
Jamie Stevens, I've seen you in 2 finals now and you've won 1 frame. What the?
Come on, that's a bit harsh. He was playing a class opposition there.
No excuses.
Mark Kerwood, not sure what his plan was on that. I think he tried to play that with a bit of check side and move the yellow, but didn't quite get the result. So Jake McCartney in the team. That's good for Victoria.
That's good for
Yeah?
That is good for Victoria, yeah. Yeah, Jake's not a bad player. I'd have him in the side.
You were on the receiving end the other day of him. Maybe that came out quite the wrong way, but no comment.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
That's probably a good thing. Said you were on the receiving end of Jake the other day.
Other day?
The money match?
Yes. I didn't play that well, and he didn't really play that well, but yeah, it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. I will be playing Jake again, though.
Yeah?
Soon, yeah. I've already spoken about it.
That's what I like about you.
And will be definitely a rematch there.
And I think that's why you achieve as much as you do, because you just won't lie down, Mick.
Well,
you're like a bull terrier.
I believe that I can win against him, and what happened that night, I'm not too fussed about. I did learn one very important thing about my game that night that I'm not going to go into, but yeah, it was a good lesson that I learned something very small about my game that I've changed now, and I'm ready to go again. I was doing something very, very wrong in that match. Just the way I was going about the game.
Okay. So not a technical queuing issue.
No. Just the way I was approaching the outs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was something in there that I was doing wrong, and I realised that by watching.
Options.
That's right. By watching the match, and definitely ready to play him again. So yeah, we'll do that soon.
That's good.
It's a bit hard with all the comps and tournaments and stuff that are happening at the moment.
Yeah, it's good to see a few big matchups like that going on lately.
Yeah, it's all good for April.
Yeah.
It's good fun to watch.
So Woody, I think he's got a favourable result there. It wasn't what he played for, but he now has an angle to either get on this red or move it. He's still got a lot of work to do though, with the other red up the other end. And
yeah, I think if I was Woody, I'd probably just be laying this red up over the pocket. I mean, if he wants to, we could play the red down the rail and come into the red near the yellow. Hopefully get like a half ball kiss and then slowly float up towards the other red at the top. at the
Yeah.
table. But I mean, you're asking for too much.
And you've got to kiss it right too, because if
Yeah.
you hit it wrong, it'll go
I'd
back.
lay it up if I was Woody,
It'll go back into the
and
pack.
that's exactly what he's done.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
It's recognising when they're
you're
not
in
quite
trouble.
there. And,
Yeah.
You know.
I actually played 3 doubles and I hit them all short, so I don't know whether they're straight up and touch your field or maybe it's like
So a big match this. They big as in terms of the winner of this gets automatic selection into the state team. Been a while since Mark Kerwood's been in the state team. He has made state teams before.
So
His games come back a bit the last year or so. He had a
Mark?
good result in the tournament at which one was it? Geelong, I think. And yeah, he's been pretty solid of late, so it's good to see him coming back into form.
they're just checking if it's foul snooker. I've had a quick look. I don't think it is. I think they can easily hit both sides of that red. So
Mick, with his very sober judgment right now, is
I've only had a couple of beers, but I easily where that white is right now, they can hit that. It's not a foul snooker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out shortly, Mick.
The thing is, the string line I don't think is even accurate as well, because you got to allow for the
string.
The string, correct, and which is about a mil thick.
Yeah.
And most of the time when it comes down to this, it's within a mil. So. And Donny in there with the fishing line straight up, so
I'm not sure what the decision was at the end of the day.
Well, Mark's smiling, so I'm tipping it's no foul snooker.
Very good. It's always one way to tell.
So I hear Cobby's at home doing some cleaning and making a roast for Jamie.
Kev Harvey has just sent in that he's not actually watching this by himself in Thailand. He does have company.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I hear Timmy's there, and
don't think that was the company he was referring to, Mick.
Well, they've all got Adam's apple, so.
So
no, they're definitely having a good time up there, and it's good. It's good that they can tune in and watch down here. It's something that CueballTV has presented us with, and yeah, it's definitely great for 8-ball.
Oh, Woody, so stiff there. He's just playing it. Just come off the cushion before the middle jaw.
Did he have one or two there?
I think he only had the one, but he was trying to cannon into.
It's still a lot to ask for. Like that red is not on.
Yeah, but if you've only got the one shot, you had to do something. So
I can see this going 2-all.
Yeah, I think Woody's in a spot of bother here. Robbo at the table with 2 visits. He'll play to get on the one on the rail first shot. No, I'm wrong.
No, he'll definitely use the one over the pocket to nudge into the one on the rail.
Okay, that's fair.
There's a chance here. There's a chance here that he will pot out with one shot if he goes about it correctly.
Yeah.
But if he does run into a little bit of trouble, he will use his second shot to open up
You're right. If he just stuns across here, he'll have an angle to cut the yellow in the middle and disturb the one along the
Yeah.
cushion.
I think the yellow near the red might go in the bottom left-hand pocket.
I think so.
So here we go now. We just roll the one in the centre, nudge the one out from the rail,
Yeah.
and then he can play the other yellow in the other centre and land on the other ball near the red. So that's a very good shot there.
Notice the way he's hit that on the right side as well. Like
That's
he
right.
didn't just randomly cannon into that yellow.
No.
He controlled where that yellow was going.
He's going to move the red out of the way here, just nudge it to the cushion.
Yep.
That's it. And
Like you said, pot out in one.
That's it, pot out in one. And the thing was, if any of these little nudges go wrong, he can lay up, or he can use his second visit to still pot out. So it's very nicely done here with one shot by Mark.
Yeah, he just rolls this in, rolls the black in.
And it shows you that you can make these outs with one shot quite easily if you go about it correctly. And he's done that. He's done this very neatly with one shot, and he's got two.
Like you say, shot selection,
So
massive.
that's key. That's exactly right. So
And
anyway,
getting, not so much shot selection, but getting the right angles on balls, so you can just naturally roll into things.
that's right.
That's something I noticed with Mick Hill, he does very well.
Yeah, Mick Hill definitely a class above at the moment. So 2-all, first to four for a spot in the final and a spot in the Victorian title.
That's it. So this is big. I think Colby's just given you another spray on the commentary. You're going well with her.
I think I'm going to leave that one with Colby alone for a minute, but we get back to the game. And I think that break there with Mark was just in a little bit of frustration
Off the
about
table?
what happened in the last match,
Yeah.
last frame, sorry. So
And that's the
possibly Mark will be taking possibly yellows here.
yeah, I think the yellow sneaks under the red, so I'd say yellows.
Yeah. So he might play one in the centre and just drift down a little bit. For maybe the one down the rail.
Yeah. You don't want to have too much angle on it, just enough that you can play it down the rail, move the red, and still be on the other two yellows.
So a good opportunity here for Mark to run this rack and
He's
then break it.
he's actually looking at playing this off the red first shot. The long yellow off the red.
Yeah, I don't mind it. He's got two shots, so he doesn't have to.
Gives him a few more options, yeah.
That's right, yeah. I don't mind this.
That's a great
And
shot.
that's
Oh,
landed fine.
I think
yeah.
it's on.
Yeah.
He's having a second look at it though. Is it on or not? It might.
Yeah, it's on.
Mick with his hawk eye has said it's on again.
Well, if you look at look at the player at the table, when they do look at something like that, if they sort of look at it and roll their eyes or look at it and sort of look up at the ceiling, I don't know what Colby's obviously. I don't know. She's writing some blubbers on the messages here. I think she's had a few too many at home. All that cleaning detergent she's sniffing while she's cleaning.
So this will tell us whether the yellow's on or not.
This will be the soft.
Yeah, it was on. Definitely on.
Just, yeah. Although,
He's got two visits here, hasn't he, Mick?
he does have two.
Do you
But
play a
but-
little flick on the yellow, or do you?
Yeah, you could even the rail, the red, the yellow that's near the rail. He could use his one visit, use his second visit now or first visit, and knock it out and land on the bottom. Yellow at the bottom. The yellow near the rail, he can nudge it off the cushion and then
Yep.
come down for the bottom yellow. So use his visit now, and then like so, come down, and then now we
Yeah.
can roll all these yellows in.
Now, how's that for a great shot?
And that's what I was trying to get out.
You just use your one to bounce them out
That's it. Now you can roll the
and
rest
roll
in.
them all in.
That's it. Where somebody else might have tried to pot one and then or nudge the other one out, or pot one and screw back for another and jawed it and then kill the yellow.
Yeah,
And then
that's right.
you've got two visits. Use one. I mean, it's basically like two visits is like having ball in hand. You got to think of it that way as well.
The old keep it simple.
That's it.
Not much can go wrong with the way Robbo's played these three or four balls at the end here. Except he's on the wrong angle here, but I probably wouldn't have come back out that side. But then again, I think he was trying to come past that middle yellow, so he'd have an angle to play that in the middle, stun across for the other one. But he's just slightly on the wrong side now, so we'll see what he does here.
And what site is that? They're messaging on. Is that CueballTV that they're messaging that we can
That's
read?
the YouTube live stream, Mick.
Okay. So I don't have to message Dan anymore. So Marky with a decision to play the top or bottom yellow.
He's got to come around off two rails here. Or...
Yeah. He has about a foot and a half to land in though. So
1, 2,
and he's come down
a little bit short.
He's a little bit annoyed, so I'd say it's probably a dodgy cut, or he might even play a double and then stun down for the black in the centre.
Yeah, well, he could also play this with bottom and go sort of underneath the red and have the long black.
Yeah, but yeah.
There's things that can go wrong there, though.
Yeah, I think if he plays just one straight double, stun down, if he hits the red, then he lands fat on the black. If he misses the red, he lands on the black anyway. So he's looking at the double now.
He can play a slow cut too and hold for the long black or the middle black.
He's been a bit lucky there. He's on this.
Got a shot on it anyway. Whether it goes in the middle or not, I'm not sure.
I think it does with a little bit of left hand side. He might be able to nick it in, but if not, he'll take it in the top. But
oh, look at this!
Very
look
nice.
at this! Dan is right on it with the camera.
Well, I can tell you now with that angle, I'm pretty sure that it goes in with a bit of left hand side.
How good is this CueballTV when we can just get
Jamie
right
Stevens.
behind the player's shot?
Yeah, sure you can. I think your wife's at home cooking you a roast dinner. Yeah, and she's doing cleaning too apparently.
And she's paying out on Mick at the same time. So, Robbo taking this long to the top right corner. Might play this nice pace just to sit over the pocket, or does he actually take it full-blooded? He took it full-blooded and knocked it in.
That's a big shot by Mark. Very nice.
Oh. I think Mick's leaving us.
No, I was going to chat to Jamie. We're going to try in the final possibly get the third camera and position it in certain places like they do in the snooker, so you can see guys as they're playing cue the ball and just sort of watch their technique as well.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so something different we'll try.
Geez, you're stirring up the viewers, Mick.
What have I said now?
Kev's, I'll be back, Michael.
I think you...
You're getting in trouble with everyone, Mick.
Kev's alright.
Yeah, you can handle Kev?
Yeah, he's alright. They just kick him somewhere and run.
I tell you what,
He's alright.
you wouldn't want him to get a hold of you, that's for sure.
He can't catch me. I think he's going to bring me back a wife.
The Bears might be able to sort of run, but the Hawks can swoop from anywhere.
Yeah, not if we chop your wings. Anyway,
King Huey. Who's King Huey? Was a great day. I'm not sure what day you're referring to there, King.
he's obviously on something.
King Fui. Might be one of our Taiwanese viewers.
Could be. So Woody
Could be Fu Lam.
on the Reds here. His only little dodgy ball here is the red near the yellow, the middle right.
Middle right?
Middle right. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the middle right.
So the Reds are on.
Yeah. So now he's got 3 balls to land on this red down the rail.
Be nice to get on it.
He wants to get on it. I probably would have got on it last.
Last ball's good
Yeah.
because he can stun it in and have a shot on the back.
That's right. And he tried to come back for it now, which is fine. But he
Either way, yeah.
yeah, he's got balls to land on. So he's played that shot very nice as well. So one more good positional shot here should mean
This is the key shot.
this is it.
You don't want to land with an angle. You want to land pretty straight.
And that's nice.
Yeah.
Now he can just sort of screw back if he wants into the yellow and has a straight black. So good reply here by Mark.
Well,
Kerwood.
he's come square on the black, I think.
I think he'll be fine. I think Mark's been around the game a long time. I think he'll knock this in. And he's over. No. Oh God.
Oh, wow.
No.
Look at
It's
that.
gone. It's gone 3-all.
That white was so close to the jaws it wasn't funny. 3-all. First to 4. 1 frame, Mick. 1 frame. Who's it going to be? State Team 2014. Here we come.
Do you know what that means? So Jamie is out and he's keen to get on the commentating here.
Oh, Jamie loves the commentating.
He loves a good talk, a bit like his missus.
You just won't let it go, will you?
No, she started something. I'm just.
Dear. So,
Tell me about your
Talk later.
whose battery?
phone battery. Is she at home yet?
Yeah, she's on the commentary. Hang on, I've got a message here for Colby. What do you want to say, Jamie? Jamie wants to tell you his phone's dead. I think that's all he wants to tell you, but I think he will be joining us for the commentary for the final. So the 2 players have gone for a break here. This is a big frame in the context of things. Massive frame. Winner straight into the state team. Where are the Nationals this year, Dan? Darwin. The Nationals are this year, so winner of this will join the Victorian squad to go to Darwin in about October. Here comes Mark Gerwood back from the bar.
I'd just like to say, eat a dick, Jake McCartney. I'm sick of you beating me every single time for the last 5 years.
Well, there we go. You've heard it straight from Jamie. We just there you go. Because her and Scary have started a war, and Scary claimed that she started it. So now she's claiming she can also finish it.
So Woody's gone in off here, and Mark with a chance, Robbo with a chance to claim victory. at 4-3, move into the state team,
So that's two
take
breaks.
take the new baby to the nationals.
2 breaks in a row where Mark's given Mark, if that makes sense, Mark Kerwood's given Mark Robertson first opportunity at the balls off his last 2 breaks.
Yeah.
It's a tricky thing with this game, the break. Such a crucial part, yet such a hard part to master.
I think you'd be surprised though, like if most people don't take that much care on the break, like if you said to them, okay, seriously, just concentrate on the break, where you're hitting it, how you're hitting it, how hard you're hitting it, all these little things come into it, you'll find that you probably would break a little bit better. But people just get down these days and just tend to smack the pack.
I think you're 100% right there. If you gave someone 10 breaks and said, you know,
just concentrate,
not going off, and yet if you just took 10 of their random breaks, there would be, you know, a lot more in offs. Where you hit on that front ball is crucial.
Yeah, or even just even remove the pack and put the front ball there where they're meant to hit anyway, and say, okay, hit this as not as hard as you can, but hit it as hard as what you would normally do when you're braking, and try and screw back to the back, back rail or something like that. Just concentrate on actually trying to hit where you want to hit on the pack, and then screw back. A lot of people just get down and whack the pack, and that, but.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of the game too. People don't realise how big it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark is just looking at maybe. Sure, what he's looking at here.
He's on the reds and he's looking.
He's going to roll forward.
If that red beside the 2 yellows goes clean, if the red wasn't there, you
stun
might
down past the
see him
play this
clear
bottom
up that
left
red
thread
first.
So you think he'll play this with a bit of right hand side and come back up for the far left red?
Well, it all depends on whether this red beside the 2 yellows goes into the corner or not.
I think it does.
He might even play this with left hand side and get in behind that red. A little bit of bottom. Yeah, he's played the nudge.
Oh, he's been a tad fortunate, but he had a lot to land on there.
Still not easy for me though, Mick.
No, not at all.
But
he's in control. That's the thing. Like if he misses now, it's not a frame losing mistake. So
hopefully not.
If he should get another chance. At the frame, so.
The problem is off this red, I don't think he can get onto one of the other reds unless maybe he cannons it.
Well, I think he might come. There's the yellow near the black, the one just the right of it above the red. I think he might sort of try and
play a lot of left hand side.
Yeah, try and drift near that. Look at the red and the yellow here.
And he has done. He's played that with a lot of left hand side.
Yep.
That's why he missed the pot, because it makes the pot so much harder. But
yeah, but he was aiming for those 2 balls that I was saying between the red and the yellow. If he got that, then he was pretty much home and hosed.
Now, Woody's got to be very careful here what he does. Very careful.
Well, this is Woody likes these types of games, so.
It's all about where you leave the white after this shot, and what you leave your opponent, because he's not going game here. So you've got to be in control of the situation. He's played a blocking shot, which I'm not that keen on, because Robbo can pot and disturb here.
Yeah, I mean, Woody probably should have walked around the table a little bit and had a look at a few more options there, but I mean, Mark has a chance now to pot this red in the bottom left and maybe come off the rail and just nudge into that red and yellow and get it on, unless it goes past now.
He's also just opening this up and leaving the white ball on the top rail, on the bottom rail.
He's going to try and get the red in front of the yellow here.
Yeah, no, that's a good shot.
That is a good shot.
He's kept Woody off everything and opened up the red.
It's a very good shot.
A lot of pressure on Woody now, because I'd probably rest up on the yellow closest to the red in the bottom right corner. Try and leave Mark no shot. Because if you go out of the snooker the other way, you're leaving Mark wide open. I think that was all he could do there, Mick.
So I'm not sure whether this red doubles back, or he might just glance off the red that is near the white.
May even be able to play it long into the top corner.
No, it's too risky. He loses control of the table if he misses it.
He can lose the frame if he misses it.
That's right. So I think he might just nudge off the red, or he might double the red back. But he's got to be careful with this.
He's played another containing shot. This is not ideal.
Yeah,
He's left footy with half a chance.
yeah, I don't really like that safety. Like if he would have touched the red near the yellow, then he might have pushed the red up a bit higher. Or maybe he had the wrong angle, but
yeah, Woody has the option of 2 different pots here that I can see. But
the one in the centre or the far left one.
Probably the one in the centre.
He's taken the one in the centre. If he gets this, there's a big chance that he could take the frame.
That's all right.
And he's done it.
Now he is favourite, I would say.
I would say so too. Yeah.
Big favourite.
If he wanted to, he could even play the yellow on the yellow down the rail.
I don't think he needs to, but
He's going to come back for it.
he is. He has took your option. You got to be careful with this shot that you don't lose the yellow in behind the red. Like
He just played that.
He rushed it.
I wouldn't have played that hard.
He rushed it. Little bit of tension.
There's a chance gone begging there for Woody.
Yeah. If he watches that in replay, he'll realise how quickly he got down and hit that.
Yeah, I would have played that half the pace.
Needed to compose himself just a little, but he's still got the yellows in front of the reds, so not all over.
The thing is, if he played that shot a lot softer, the yellow would have been sitting over the pocket if he missed it.
Yeah.
Where right now there's a gap, the yellows have gone a bit dodgy.
Yeah, he could have played the roll onto the other one and still had a shot on the yellow. So
Yeah. And if he was worried about getting position, then the shot before it, he should have left himself in a different position pretty much. I think Mark was looking at the cut here and promoting the red.
yeah, he's got to get this right if he does.
But I think that red,
This
there's a lot of angle there.
This is pretty much frame here. Like, if he takes this on and doesn't get the pot and moves the red, Woody's balls are all on again.
No, though, if he cuts this across the table and
I think he
brings
has
the
to.
brings the white up top of the table where Mark's standing now, Woody doesn't really have a shot.
Yeah. Not sure what he's looking at here.
He's gonna break these balls out and screw back to the nameplate.
Wow.
And he's been a little bit stiff for the yellow to stay on the pocket.
I didn't like that shot. That was.
I don't mind it in a way. It forces Woody now to actually have a crack because Mark was behind the 8 ball there a lot.
Yeah, I understand that, but
So now, if Woody takes the one over the pocket here, he's committed to go game. And if he stuffs up now, Mark's big Robbo's big favourite.
he's got 4 balls to land on here. Oh my goodness!
See, well that's
Wow. He's gone to hit that half ball and ended up hitting
yeah, it must have rolled off a little bit.
the wrong
but
side of it. Yeah.
that's where that gamble of Robbo may have paid off now, but Kerwood is still in control here. He's still got this yellow in the centre.
This is not easy for Kerwood now. He rolls this in the centre. He's on the wrong side of the other yellow. But I can see this going bad, Mick.
Yeah, he's in a bit of strife. He has to play.
He
has to play
really,
a very
really
good
has
shot
to
here.
play through this and go off the top rail, I think.
Yeah, he's going to have to knock this in.
Yeah, and because he's had to force it in, yeah.
Now that little gamble
All of
of
a
Robbo
sudden-
there has paid off and given himself another bite at the cherry. Now if Mark wanted to here, he could play off the bottom right red and snooker Kerwood behind the red where he's looking at now. If he wanted to, sort of half ball, make the white travel off 1-2 cushions and sit up behind the red. But if Mark's on the bottom red here, he might have a bit of a dip.
Mark very fortunate to still be in this frame, I would say, but he'll be happy to have a chance.
not sure if Mark's seen it. The shot that I was talking about. Don't even know whether it's really possible anyway from where we're sitting, but he just doesn't like potting this red at the bottom left, only because the white's travelling too far.
Yeah, I don't think the Jackie's the right shot. I think maybe like
I don't
you
think
say,
he's taking the
holding.
Jackie. No, I meant the bottom red.
He's played a containing shot there.
No, I'm not sure whether Mark Kerwood could see the top yellow here, but it's probably.
It's definitely under the pump here, Mark Kerwood now.
One good shot from either player now will.
I think he's looking at playing a Jackie, Mick. Yellow onto yellow. I think from what I saw him lining up there, he might be playing yellow onto yellow, try to take control of the pocket, if not drop it in. Yep, that's what he's tried.
I didn't really like that shot.
It was a hard shot. So, I think if Mark's on this ball, it's all over.
Even if he's not, he can sort of come up either a foot and play that ball and come up for the.
Yeah, but if he's on this ball now, it makes it 5 times.
Definitely, yeah. Can just roll it in and then play the bottom left-hand red and come around the other red. But if he's not, he's got two options. One to play the bottom left-hand red, and then he can land either on the bottom right or go up for the middle left.
Yeah, he's just taking his time here. He's assessing all the options.
Well, he's just seeing where he wants to land, I think.
Saying what's the furthest position I can be up the table and still be on that red. That's what he's looking at.
That's it. Just checking out his range.
Okay.
That's
So
a good shot.
He's leaving that red beside the yellow for his last ball.
It's fine. It depends on how he lands on this last red. He can come under the yellow or go off 2 cushions and back around, or even just stun it in and play the black in the centre pocket. So he just wants to roll this one in.
Yeah, just drop it in.
So now you probably see him stun off the bottom rail and just.
He might run through off 2 cushions with it.
No, where he is now, where he's looking at now,
Just
probably
stun back out?
Yeah, just stun off the bottom rail, back up towards where he had his cue, and then just roll the black in the centre.
Yeah, depends on the angle, I guess.
That's a very good shot. He's landed basically as good as he wants.
He's on it. He's got a shot on it. That's what you want.
That's it. So Mark wins 4-3. Unlucky Woody.
Yeah, Woody will go back and kick himself there. He had a golden chance, but just not to be today.
That's it.
Well done to how far you got though, Woody. Bit stiff there. So the final for the Victorian state title will now be between Jake McCartney and Mark Robertson. What a cracker of a match this should be. Both now in the Victorian team for 2014. The only difference here is there is a small amount of prize money. Percentage of their fees, I believe, get paid. When they go up to Darwin for the Nationals. And we have the great, solid Jamie Stevens joining the commentary.
Quite a final frame there.
Yeah,
take that, Dan, take that bloody score off the screen. I do not want to see that again.
Yeah, you got a bit of a touch up there, Jamie.
To be honest, mate, I don't know if much of the match was actually streamed, but it was a tough match because the balls were very clustered a lot of the time, and I found myself behind before I got to the table in most frames. And I did have a couple of opportunities, and I just they were tough ones, and I took them on and didn't quite finish. So Once again, Jake McCartney has smashed me up.
It's funny you analyse it like that. A lot of people out there might have thought that perhaps you'd be favoured in those situations with the clustered balls, but you probably know better than anyone that Jake can play that game as well.
Well, actually, Jake is very underrated in the tactical game.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the, probably, in my opinion, one of the smartest players in the country. The problem I had, though, was I was in massive trouble in multiple areas of the table, so I had to just try and hang in there and fight back, and wasn't to be.
Yeah.
But now we have a little preview, you might say, of is what I believe is to come, and that is a Jake McCartney versus Mark Robertson money match in the future. This is just going to be a little short race preview. They're both in the state team. There's no real pressure.
Nah.
I mean, obviously they'd both like to win the state title, but to be honest, the real pressure is getting into the final from the semi to get your spot into the team.
There's a small difference here of fees paid partially, I think, prize money.
Yeah, there is too. One gets half the trip paid, the other one gets the full trip paid. But I don't think that's really going to be on their mind.
No. Scary's going in there to give his rundown. He's in fine form today, Scary.
He is. I think he didn't even get past the 16, is that right? Oh, that's right. Jake towed him up as well. Jake was on a small rampage. Jake is actually really being annoying me because he decided that he was so good at this game that he just go and play poker at the same time in between matches. Paid a $50 bill to enter a tournament to spend half the time playing pool and just letting his chip stack run down. Smart thinking.
Have a look at this for CueballTV. We have got the draw up there on the screen.
Dan, can you just change that score between me and Jake and make it 4-3, mate? It look like I put up a fight.
Mate, this is nearly Australian Open quality.
This is great. And I'm looking forward to this match. This, like I said, this is a preview of a big match to come, I believe.
So you can see a few of the results there.
And to be honest, and this is going to sound...
need to update the Mark Kerwood-Mark Robertson match there, Dan.
This is actually going to sound a little bit bad. When I played Travis Martin, I probably played some of the worst ball I've ever played in my life, and I was 3-1 down. And somehow, Chuka decided that I was a really good bloke and chopped up a couple of frames for me and let me back in.
Oh no, Michael Scary's got a hold of the camera.
And then I actually played a right against Rick Bell.
He's just adjusting. We're going to have 3 cameras on this table in the final, so we'll be able to switch around angles.
Rick Scary's going to be a cameraman.
Oh, hang on now. He's got the camera on us. No, he's putting it back.
He's just getting a pan of the room, even though we're not even using that camera right now. And while we haven't started, I've been asked to give a quick shout out to Mandy and Beck and Paul, the Hucker family.
Hucker?
Yeah, they're watching. Yeah, basically Jake's going to marry Beck, but they just haven't decided that's going to happen yet, but it will eventually. They're just both as hopeless as each other.
This is not one of those Ballarat things, is it?
Well, they may as well be brother and sister the way they carry on. And if you just put I'm from Tasmania on the end of it, well, it'll all make a lot more sense. But yeah, quick shout out to you guys. I was asked to give a shout out and hang as much shit on you as possible, if that's what Jake's words, but I thought I'd take it easy on you. But seriously, Beck, stop mucking around. Just put a ring on his finger. Settle the kid down. And make him start playing crap at pool, would you?
Yeah. It's and just while we've got a moment before this match starts, I'll be back in a few minutes.
And we've got JR out there, also known as Happy Feet, as he waddles away from the table. Alright, well, it doesn't look like we're too far off starting now. Robbo's just come back. Jake's already ready to go. You know, this is a best of 9 by the looks of it. Jake's just asked me to say hello again to the Huckers. He's obviously in love with Beck and just doesn't know it. And Woody's now leaving. He's put in a big effort today, making the semis. And probably, in my opinion, should have won that match and just pressure just got to him a touch and forced him to take the wrong option at the end. But here we go. Mark Robinson's obviously won the toss breaks and just goes straight in off. Jake McCartney will run to the table 1,000 miles an hour. And says, "Give me reds." So the real issue here, this frame, is actually the black. It's completely tied up by the yellow, so we will need to get a small nudge. And when I say a small nudge, there only needs to be 1 centimetre of separation just to make the black on. And he has a lot of reds in the area to actually make that possible. Welcome back, Pikey.
Welcome back. Thank you very much. So, if I heard you correctly, Jake's looking for a small nudge here on the pack there.
Yeah, you'll want to just separate that black a touch, but
so he's taking the reds.
The reds to me look like the obvious choice. There's nothing hindering anything. And he goes straight into it, plays a super shot.
Black is on.
Black is on, but it's still tricky.
Tricky to get to the black.
Yeah, it is indeed. I think we'll see him still move the. There's 3 yellows sort of in a semicircle on the top one of that semicircle. I think you'll see that he'll just during this out he'll probably just give it a quick nudge and just make a massive path to the black rather than that small little gap he's got to land in now.
I think that Jackie might be the first shot here. The combo into the middle.
Yeah, it looks set, doesn't it? And that is indeed what he's doing. Well, it wasn't dead set, but he's still alright.
Didn't quite come as high as he would have liked, I think, on this red.
No, he wanted to come further down so he could just naturally go up the table. Now he'll either leave himself long or he'll probably go around the angles. I think you'll see him come around off 3 here.
Yeah, that's the difference a lot of times when you're just on the wrong side of the ball, makes things that so much trickier. You know, if he's come another 6 inches there, he's perfect to just roll down into the middle of the 3 reds, but...
Actually, just looking at this angle, maybe he might screw off the back rail instead. I don't know if there's enough angle to get around off 3.
Mate, if there's a bit of an angle there, Jake will find a way.
No, he's stunning off the bottom rail. You can tell by the way he's hitting the white. Well, he's decided to take the scenic route anyway and play the 3, but in a different way than expected.
Landed just about perfect.
And this is where he may play the little nudge on that yellow, Pikey.
He may, but he's got to be on another red as well.
Well, I think if he hits a top side, he'll have the top of those yellows to the corner. And Michael Scary's tried to do some camera work and failed miserably.
Someone get that man another beer.
And Dan quickly swaps back to the real picture. Well, we are trialling some mobile cameraman work, and
the wrong bloke's got the camera.
Well, take 1 hasn't been successful. Actually, Pikey, I've just re-evaluated what I've said. I've just worked out what he's going to do. He's actually going to leave. He's obviously leaving these 2 reds to last because they're basically in the same areas where he wants the white to be for the black anyway.
He's got to screw back to about where he is now, a little bit further back maybe, off this red.
It still is a little bit tricky. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes too far because then he can run through off the left-hand side cushion.
Play the other one in. Yeah.
And then he has a lot of area. And you guys can't see this, but Scary's having a real crack at the camera work. But well, I don't think he actually screwed back as much as he wanted, but he's still okay.
Still okay, I agree.
And he can probably just drop this in and put the red in the top right-hand corner and just stun the white. So he wants to be as straight as possible on this red. No, he's looking like the middle. So obviously difficult to tell what angle he's got as well. Scary.
I think can run through a little bit, play it in either the top or the middle.
Yeah, I was looking to land dead straight on the top and then you just stun the white dead.
Yeah, that would be ideal, I think.
But I think he's looking at running through for the middle, so maybe his angle is actually perfect for that. No, he's played for the corner. That's the right shot.
Now, all he's got to do is have the gap between these 2 yellows.
I've just had a quick look at the table. He looks absolutely perfect on this Pikey. Looks like he can hardly move the white when he pots this ball. And
Oh, hang on, look at this. Mick's got a nice angle of this
look at this.
shot
We
straight
might
down
actually
the table.
finally swap to Mick's camera. Look at this. Here's what
He's zoomed in a little bit far, but
Yeah, very,
that's it.
very, very tough with Jake's massive head in the way as well. That is a big melon.
There's a nice view of that red ball going in there.
That was a good job from Scary there. So he may have found a new job. And McCartney makes no mistake after Robbo scratches and goes in off and goes 1-0 ahead.
1-0 to the head. The head is ahead.
The head is ahead, and I'm telling you now, this man is not easy to beat.
The head is ahead, but there's still games afoot.
There is. That's very clever, mate. And now what Jake would like here, obviously, is a ball in and a run the rack and just put Robbo right under the pump.
Oh, I think Jake would love that, actually. That's what you dream about when you're lining up the break. Nice open spread, ball in, all the balls on.
Oh, he's so close to dumping the white himself. Ball does. I actually reckon it's hard to get balls in off these tables. I just don't reckon they explode out of the pack. I reckon they float out of the pack.
Yeah, the cushion's a little bit. I mean, not the cushions. The felt is probably a little bit more. How do you say? Sort of damper or woolly.
Yeah, they're just not exploding.
Yeah, you find on the finer felt in the drier conditions they spread a lot better, but these are sort of. They come out of the pack a bit slower.
Anyway, Robbo does have a chance. First dip. What he wants, and what do you think, Pikey? I'm sort of on the fence with this.
Yeah, there's a few options. I'm liking the yellows aren't too bad, but I mean, whichever balls he takes, he's got to sort of open up a few different things. So
I actually like the reds, and just to play the cannon straight away on the yellow and red below it.
Yep, that's a good option.
And you just open up that one red, and I think that's wow. He's
played the Neil Robinson banana shot.
Yeah, that was actually a lot thinner than I realised. And I don't think he's got the angle off this red in the corner to screw back on that little pack either. He might be able to stun into the ones just below the black, and then he won't really have a lot. I don't think that red passes to the corner past the yellow either. So this has just become tricky.
How's this for a nice shot if he can leave the white frozen up against the red, play the yellow up the table into the cushion, leave the white frozen against the red.
Very good option, Pike, and that's exactly looks like what he's doing. And this is actually, for people at home that watch this shot, that is actually a lot harder to judge than it looks, because you actually need to hit the white ball in exactly the right spot.
Yeah, and the red.
And the red.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the red either.
So a very good shot there from Robbo after losing position early.
Yeah, so there's something that Mark played one of those shots earlier in his semi-final match as well. It just develops his balls and leaves the other player with no shot. Very handy shot to have in your arsenal.
Now, I really do feel for Woody as well, because that last frame, I felt after Robbo had messed up, that he really had full control, and
he did have a golden chance.
I think the pressure just got to him a touch, and that's something that he can work on for future.
It's a big thing for Woody, because it's been a while since he's made the state team. And
he did want it pretty bad, and that probably contributed to his downfall, to be honest, because when you want something bad, you actually put more pressure on yourself.
It's hard to block that out of your head and just play the balls, isn't it?
And this is actually why Jake McCartney is such a good player, because he plays like he's just at home all the time.
Yeah.
And when he stops doing that, he basically just reminds himself. And a couple of times in Nationals, I've seen him sort of struggling a bit, and I've just yelled out, "Come on, practice master." That's the settle down Jake call, and he just switches on. He's got a brilliant ability to mentally switch himself.
Yeah, many years ago when I first started playing pool, I used to be able to knock them in from everywhere in the practice table, in the shed, and sometimes in matches I struggled a bit, and someone said to me, just treat it like you're on the practice table in the shed, and that's really how you've got to think. When you're just knocking the balls in practicing, you don't think about the consequences you just play the shot for what it's worth.
That's exactly what it is, Pike, is thinking about consequences. Is when you actually start playing and worrying about what you might leave your opponent, that's when you actually start to struggle in it. But the unfortunate part about that is it's actually a very difficult thing to eliminate from your game at all times.
Yeah, isn't it?
Now, I certainly struggle with it.
Especially when it comes to these high, these matches where the result is so significant. You're either in or you're out, kind of thing.
I'm actually having a lot of trouble believing they're even checking this total. It looks like you can hit
Are
it
they
easy.
checking for a total? They're not checking for a total.
You've got to be kidding me. That is not even close to a total.
Mate,
I can see it from here. It's not a total, and I'm 12 foot back.
tell you what.
I'll tell you what. I hope I've made the right call here after they get the string line out.
I think you could be right.
If it ends up being a total, I'm gonna look like an imbecile.
Well, we are about 5 metres from the table, Jamie. So
There you go.
Jamie's called it from way back here.
Mate, that was a ridiculous attempt at getting a total. I actually think you could pot it.
The call is no total snooker here. And if that's the case, yes, Jamie, he probably can just nick this in.
Yeah, aim to just miss the yellow that he's right near right now, and he'll probably pot it. White will fly here though if he gives it a bit to nick it in.
Yeah, you don't want to pot the yellow over the middle.
Well, look at that. He's hit a quarter ball.
Quarter ball. Now, can he use this second red to hold on to the red in the middle?
I think he can, and I think though he may want to give it just a little bit to clear the yellow away from it as well. You don't want to just rest on it. So
Where's Scary Cam on this one? Oh, have a look at this. Scary's wobbling all over the place. Zooming in and out. Oh, look at this. We're zooming in on the axle. And that's the shot I was talking about. How's the red come out? It's still on. Oh my goodness, Mick, slow down.
well, he has held, and I actually mentioned as well that he need to give it a little bit. I thought he actually hit it a touch hard, but it's actually turned out perfect. But still not in prime position. The angle on this red doesn't really suit any next easy ball, so he may need to do a bit with this. Scary really is trying his hardest out there with that camera, but we're really not going to give you a lot of his footage because it is all over the shop.
He has got some good angles, but he just doesn't seem to be able to.
Well, he's still trying to work out the zoom. I think the way he zooms is the way he does a few other things, flat out. Oh,
so Mark's taking the long ball on here.
Big shot coming
Different
up here.
shot to what I would be taking here, Jamie.
Well, I don't mind this shot. I mean, he's confident he's queuing, and if he stuns off a side rail, this will be a big opportunity.
Well, have a look at this. We get the feathering, pause.
Oh, and Dan's just switched back perfectly, and Robbo's played that.
That is a great shot.
Yeah, it's probably as good as you could have played it.
Yeah, it's not the way I was looking at, but now he can stun across.
He may actually run through here, Pikey.
Either way, run through off the top or stun across.
Running through actually allows him to control it a lot easier and land in a bigger area of the table.
Well, just as long as he's not running behind the yellows. No,
I
he's
think
alright.
he's pretty good here.
He's alright.
Oh, God. Look at the head of Mark Robertson.
Look at the eyes.
Yeah, the evil eyes. I'm going to kill you eyes. He was.
Okay,
So he's come a bit short there.
He can probably just drop this in and hold off the yellow.
Yeah, so just hope that the yellow doesn't stick to the black.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want it to cover the black up.
I'm actually wondering if this red will go to the top as well. If it goes to the top, you can just stun it in. That's what he's doing. He's going
Goes to the top.
Where's McScary Cam when we need it? Oh no, he's going in the middle, and geez, that was nicely controlled.
And he screwed into the yellow. That was a lovely soft screw.
It was an excellent screw. And now he's just checking to see.
What do you do here, Jamie? Just drop it in
Well,
and
just
have
check
the
his
cut
angle.
on the black, or
Just need to check his angle. In fact, McScary might be able to give us a good angle here.
He
He
should
has.
have a good angle on
And
this.
as you can see, he's pretty straight.
Yes.
So it looks like he might be able to just. He's just looking at basically where he's got good queuing, so you obviously don't want to run through. He's just going to stun it in and give himself a thinner cut. And,
He'd probably just come back an inch and just have a cut on it.
that's exactly what he's going to do, and he's going to back his queuing ability and his potting skills well. He's just
He's
screwed
played
back
for the
in
middle.
car
He's played
park.
for the middle here. He's going to cut it into the middle.
Yeah, you might be right, and the white will basically go in a straight line because it'll cannon off the yellow. So his white should be pretty safe.
Yeah, I think he might even be missing the yellow.
Yeah, I'd rather bigger gap there than I thought, but nice shot here from Mick. And in it goes, and that is 1-all.
That was a nice view there from Mick. It did show us how big the gap was between the yellow and
Did
the...
indeed. And Jake just says, well, I don't know, you went out there, Robbo, you're a strawberry. I didn't, you know, yeah, you got lucky up there. Yeah, I should be 2-0 up, you're an idiot.
Robo says, come on, mate.
Mick's decided that the reason that you can't fire with the camera is the cords hinder his... You've actually got us some nice shots, Mick.
Yeah, I'm trying to predict where...
But just be careful with the zoom, mate.
You're a little bit too far zoomed in.
Yeah, you need to like slow zoom, not flat out zoom. No, but it's too close. It just goes in your face.
Okay, so Mick's going back for take 2 on the camera.
So Robbo needs
Can we
to
get
keep...
a Mick view on the break?
Robbo needs to keep the white on the table. That's what he needs.
Oh, look at that
he's
pack
just exploded. Where's the white ball though? It's on the table, and he has pot a yellow. And I'm sure that he will take reds, given that bottom right.
Absolute reds all day long.
And this is the sort of, when I was speaking about myself and Jake, this is the kind of break that I was copping, where I wouldn't get a ball and there'd be a ball over the kick, or he'd pot a ball and there'd be a ball over the kick, and I'd be really struggling from ball 1. No excuses, take nothing away from Jake, he just destroyed me, but it was quite frustrating. And Robbo will waste no time in going reds and working through these balls. And this is just an outline of how crucial the break is.
Jamie, Colby wants to know if you took the black bag that Hunter's pillow and toys travel in.
No, I did not.
10-4 on the confirmation? No.
I definitely did not take it. And the young fella was here most of today, running around having a ball. But thankfully not looking to pick up a cue.
Oh, look at this view. How good's this?
And the angry eyes of Robbo, shall know we
Bang.
don't get to see his eyes. Screws off the back rail. And
you could see how still he stayed on that shot, Joe.
And I've actually made a big comment, Pikey. And I have actually said that if I had the queuing of Mark Robinson, that I would hardly ever lose.
and Mark Robinson does hardly ever lose, so.
But
I know what you're saying.
He needs my brain. Actually, I did see Robbo spit it a few times recently, and unprofessional given the exposure he's had to the top level in snooker.
Well, we did see Judd Trump spit it the other night too.
Well, that's because Judd Trump's an imbecile, but anyone that bags Neil Robertson is a wanker.
He's going to cop it from the Aussies, isn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's a great shot from Robbo there.
It is, and this is still a little bit of work to be done because the transition is still not simple. Obviously, you can play this plant, but you still got to get on this red. To me, I feel like he has to take that red over the middle first, but
yeah, I don't know, because he can also, that red goes in both middles.
I'm just trying to work out what position he's going to get on this, because this looks tough to me. Oh, actually, no, I see. That's okay.
And it goes back in the corner.
Thin cut and then plays the
I mean, he could also screw up through the gap. He's got to get the position right then, though.
No, I think the area of the table he can land in, and Mick's just given us a good shot. There's a giant paddock to land in.
Yeah, you just clip this in with a little touch of right hand side.
But he actually needs to leave himself with an angle just to stun onto the black.
That's about... Oh, it's come up short.
That doesn't look good. And he has snooked himself, and that is a very poor shot.
Wow. Yeah, another couple of inches.
And I'll actually tell you why that's a really poor shot, Pikey, because he could have overrun that and played the red in the middle and stunned onto the yellow and held it for the black still. So that's a very, very poor shot.
He did have a large area to land in, you're right.
He could have gone anywhere but on the cushion to the left-hand side. Anywhere in that 2 square foot of area. So still an opportunity to play the off the cushion shot. And if he does get this pot, he probably will cannon a yellow and be on the black, but it's not a high percentage shot, but probably the only shot available at the moment. But yeah, it's amazing how many times players are forced into taking these after either being put there by their opponent or playing an error themselves, and they can it.
Oh,
good
have a
shot
look
there
at this
from
view.
Mick. And well, he's overcut it, and Jake says, "Oh, yummy."
Yummy. Do you see Jake drop this one in the middle first shot?
Yeah, it depends how he feels. I'm sure he will.
I think it's well potable.
He may even take it up the top.
Yeah.
And just use it as like a little shot to nothing. But it's actually a bit tougher than it looks into the middle. I think he will take it to the corner, and he will use this as a shot to nothing, and knowing that if he pots this, he is out of there. And in this has not gone in.
Has it jawed?
Well, it has gone in.
It has gone in.
He hit it pretty bad, but it still went in. And he will now work through these balls. And I do not see Jake missing, because basically Jake never misses in this situation. Well, not never, but rarely.
Scary. What are you doing?
He's just focusing on the Ballarat crew there in the background.
He's just checking Jake's stone face. Focused. There is a strong Ballarat contingency here today. We had 3 in the semi-finals.
We did, and that was a good representation of the ratio to population, Melbourne versus Ballarat. We are very, very proud.
Well,
very proud of
there
our
is
ability.
about 982 pubs in Ballarat, so 8-ball is a pretty big sport up there.
But we certainly do breed good players. It's strange how that happens, but yeah, there's been a lot of good players come out of there over the years.
There has.
And I know Alan Nash likes to tune into the live feeds here and there, and he is actually a big factor for why a lot of the guys are playing. He certainly is a huge factor for my game, opening up Chalk It Up, and that brought along Peter and Chris Rigopoulos, Dennis Nicolsis, Paul Clack,
Yeah.
Troy Eagle.
Aren't you listing off some names now?
So all guys that have made sides. I don't think Chris has made one, but everyone else has had
The
representation.
Jenkins boys.
Yep. So obviously Darryl's all around already, and obviously Jake's dad Wayne.
Yep.
You've got your Donny Colberts, Terry Bond. It's
Endless list.
It's a big list, and I think the standard has diminished over the years, but we've got some good junior talent coming through as well, in Matty Kerwood, and there's a couple other blokes as well going all right, and Jake's doing
I think
a runner.
when Clacky stopped playing was a big loss. He was a tremendous player.
Yeah, he just made big outs, he really did.
Didn't he? I watched him one day at Breakers years ago, I remember. I think he'd done 4 or 5 outs in a row off the break. He was just practicing. None of them were on. None of them.
Yeah, he did definitely like to have a dip, Clacky. He wasn't one for playing the tactical frame if he didn't have to. And
So Jake goes 2-1 up.
yeah, he's just done a quick Ben Noonan toilet stop. Actually, I've got to stop calling it a Ben Noonan toilet stop now, because
Can we get some scary roving action here? Look at this. Have a look at this. The camera work of this bloke.
and as Michael Scarry just pans to the crowd,
I'm not sure what he's panning to here, but he is.
he can hear me.
There's we got Nick Young there, and
Have a look at that head. Seriously, look at the head on Nick Young. That is no good.
I don't know.
And on the right there as well, we've got another young Ballarat fella, and there's Robbo. He looks, well,
Have a look at this.
he looks a bit angry, doesn't he?
Robbo's like, Jake, where are you? Jake, hurry up.
The
I'm bored,
DPI is certainly lowered when you zoom in 1 million times.
He's going, did I do that manicure this morning or not?
And yeah, young Matty on the right there of Nick Howie, he's a up-and-coming young Ballarat player as well. And Jason Smiley, who actually isn't, he's originally from Victoria, but then lived in New South Wales, and he's back in Victoria now, and I'm going to teach him how to play pool soon.
And as you can see, we've got the great establishment of Bar 8. Have a look at it. Isn't it great?
And we pan back to the giant head, and we can, well,
hang on, here we are.
Oh,
Commentary.
God. And I'll just give it a thumbs up. And I don't know if I like the bald shot, but
Okay, back. Here
I
we
may
go.
have to send someone to the bar and get me a beer, though. I know that much.
Jake McCartney, crack.
And nothing down. Small clusters, but nothing urgent. And I think reds are the order of the day here.
Well, I disagree here, Jamie, because I like yellows, but everyone to their own.
Tell me your reasons for that, mate.
Well, I can see. Actually, no, I've changed my mind.
I see.
No,
the reason I've gone reds is I don't like balls on cushions.
I was actually looking at potting. The problem with the yellows is the opening pot, but if you can get back down to this yellow and secure the black and red pocket with the yellow, gives you, you know what I mean, some control.
Well, I'm looking at the attacking option, and I'm looking at plotting a red and getting on that bottom one up in the ball line and getting a cannon on the red that's on the cushion.
Yeah,
and
he might be securing this bottom pocket now.
Well, there's no way he's not, because his angle is terrible to really play position.
I think he's intentionally played to cover this pocket.
He has, and I'll tell you what, they're actually not as easy to cover as you think. Do not be surprised if this covers really badly or he accidentally goes in.
Yeah, because you're a bit hesitant. You don't want to get too close because they do drop.
Oh, they suck in like a vacuum cleaner.
Have a look at Scary's got us right on it.
But Robbo's played it. But as you can see, they just stick to a jaw.
Yeah, he's left a gap.
They're very frustrating to try and sit balls on these tables, and this is actually why I would have preferred the guys play on the
option?
No, I would have preferred the guys play on the Rileys in the finals, because they aren't doing this. They're not sticking.
Yeah, yep.
And although they are a very different table and they're tougher to play with the rails, I think they force you to attack the game a bit more.
Yeah. And that makes a massive difference there, that red not being over the pocket.
Well, it does. I mean, Jake is still in a fair bit of trouble right now. And he really does need to pull out a pretty good shot to...
he needs a few.
Can't just put this yellow over the kick and hope for the best.
What about, can he put this, roll this yellow in down the back cush? He's not doing it, but...
Well, he's just decided to promote his yellows.
I wonder, Jamie, whether the yellow can slide off the black inside the red.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. Don't be surprised if Robbo actually comes off the side cushion here and just puts the red neater over the pocket.
Double kisses it over the hole?
Yeah, I think that would be, if this was me, that was probably the shot I would play.
Scary's got a nice view here.
Having said that though, if you do play that shot and you leave Jake the opportunity to pot the red...
He's laying up.
No, he's going to put the black onto the red and tie the frame right up.
Well, he leaves Jake on the yellow by doing this.
Well, it's a very well played shot, but I'll tell you what, Jake is very good at recovering from situations like this. And yes, thanks Mick, we have that shot.
Yeah, see, the thing I don't like about this is you leave Jake a shot on this yellow by playing the black onto the red. I mean, I think it's still a great shot because Jake's got a lot to do up the top end as well, so...
I can promise you now, all Jake's looking at right now is which yellow to play onto this red and secure the black back himself and leave Robbo with two, with a very tough out with one.
You reckon he's going to play the turnaround shot?
I can almost assure you of it, because he did exactly the same thing to me when I played him.
What's he doing here?
I'm not sure, he may be playing the double back.
He's surely not going to pot this and try to go into him, is he? No, he's playing. You were right. He pushed the other red over as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's just decided to kill the frame completely.
But he pushed Robbo's red safe and put the yellow down there.
And I can promise you now, he will not play the yellow that's near the red. It's too hard to cover the black, so he will play the yellow right on the table and he'll play it off the black.
Like you say, that was a really clever shot by Jake there. That first shot.
Yeah, and this is what Jake sees. He's a master at reading angles and pulling balls off cushions. extracting balls. He's brilliant at it.
Yeah.
And well, I thought he'd play off the black, but he
Hey,
didn't
that's
need
perfect.
to. It is well. He
Like-
would have liked it a bit deeper
and-
in, so the yellow was available, but
And
he's
folks,
still okay.
that's how you turn a frame back around.
Absolutely. And this is what I said about Jake's tactical game being highly underrated. He is, believe me, one of the best tacticians you will find. I mean, his father is Wayne McCartney, who was probably known as one of the best tacticians in Australia there when he was playing at his peak. So
Pretty much the only way I can see Robbo winning this frame now is by breaking the reds out with like potting out in one and having two on the black.
yeah, which I don't see possible right now. This
No.
visit.
Because you've
I think
you've
I'll
got to
ro-
get him out and you've got to be on him. It's too much to ask.
Yeah, I think.
Robbo's in a world of hurt here.
Well, I'm just looking at possibly doubling this red across, getting it into play, and then maybe eliminating one of the yellows with the black. But he's potting a ball.
He's tried to get an angle.
Oh, you're right.
I think he has got the angle.
Yeah, he's going to have a dip here. You're right. He's going to try and eliminate the whole lot in one.
I'd play to cannon into the yellow on the side cush with a lot of left-hand side so it runs through them, you know what I mean?
Yep. I'm actually trying to hit the middle of the three, thin,
Yeah, thin's good too.
and that's exactly what he's done. And well, he hasn't landed
not on one.
awesome. And this was the thing. This was never going to be a simple out,
No, that's
regardless. He needed a bit of luck.
Favourable result.
And Jake would be sitting there going, "My God, 3-1 is imminent."
Yeah, that's the problem now. Like, Mark's pushed the boat out and big trouble if he doesn't get finish here.
Now, I'm pretty sure this red that's stuck to the yellow doesn't pass the right corner. If it did, I'd suggest Robbo go up and down the table and just play for the red in the middle. And then he's just got the roll in red, but I think he's still in big trouble with that red that's near the yellow. So
He's in huge trouble.
yeah, I don't, and obviously he has to clear these in one, so he's got two on the black. And this is why I wouldn't have even
Can he-
entertained the idea.
Can he bacon this down the cushion and run into the yellow with a little bit of...
That's what he's doing. He's playing with a lot of right hand side. Try and cannon the yellow, pop the red. Well, he's gone
Back
for
double.
the back double or the triple maybe, but
Didn't get it. Oof, so,
I'll tell you something else scary.
wait,
Pikey.
settle down.
He's almost got himself to a point where it's impossible to win this frame. But if he does still eliminate these reds and he can get his white ball on the right hand side cushion, he could play a two cushion double to the bottom left hand corner. So you're basically doubling the black inside the yellow on the right hand side of the table, taking off the back cushion and try and play it in the corner. That is the only shot that I can see right now.
I see what you're saying, but I do not
In
like.
fact, I don't even know if it's on because that yellow
No.
might be too close.
And to get the pace off these cushions for that shot's hard too.
So it will be interesting to see what he does do here because I don't see a hell of a lot of options.
He might be playing a thin cut on the red, and no, that's too risky.
He's got to play the red down there, surely. He's got to keep himself alive.
Yeah, he's playing it. You're right. He's putting the red down in there.
And this is all he really can do. And even this is probably not going to help. Oh, he's hit it badly.
Oh, he's hit that terrible.
And he hit that like I was against Travis Martin.
Maybe just might have just tensed up on that a bit or something. I don't know.
Well, I think he was trying to just get it to
Dolly
rest
it in.
spot on. I
Yeah,
think he was
he's
trying to
trying
get
to
him
dolly it.
really hard up on the... if it's me there, I'm trying to put the red hard up on the right-hand side of the yellows because the black's already obstructing the bottom one. So if you can obstruct the other one as well. But it was just a matter of time.
2 shots here for Jake makes it even.
Yeah, Jake's too smart to lose these frames from here. And we're going to see a mixed scary camera shot here in a sec when Jake goes and plays shot, providing his action's not in the way of the shot. And here we go. And the screwback of Jake McCartney as he comes off the red, kills the red just for fun.
just for kicks.
Just for fun.
Do you play this yellow inside the other yellow?
I think I'll just play the one over the pocket myself.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking, but he looks like he's playing the other one.
he's playing a Well, to me, that was actually not the right shot.
No, I mean...
Oh, look at this. And I think Jake just quick lapse of concentration there and got a touch lazy.
Yeah, I mean, he had lots of options there, and I don't... Things could have gone worse there, really.
Well, he could have... I think he's actually still tried to pot the yellow that was over the kick, but... Look, they could have gone worse, but... I know, he's destroyed the black.
Yeah,
this actually needs to be a very nicely controlled out now. And there's going to be a couple little cannons and things just like that, and that's not perfect.
Yeah, he's still got... I mean, he's also got the security of the black where it is, but...
I think he'll take the ball out of the pocket now, just if he wants to commit. He does have the plant available as well, but they're a fair way apart, and they're not set.
I don't think he needs to take the ball over the hole either. He can probably afford to give Robbo a shot and keep him off both reds here.
Yeah, if I know Jake though, he likes to commit.
Yeah.
When they're there. And well,
he
kind of went through.
There was a fraction of hesitation. I think you're right. He's going to take it.
Yeah. And he might just try and go in between the gap here. And that's exactly what he's done.
That is perfect. Have a look at that.
Now the reason that going in between the gap there is so important is obviously when he just drops this in, both the yellows just go to the corner and he can leave himself a very nice angle to just drop to the bottom cushion and just play a dead weight rolling on the black.
That shot he's played there was the crucial one. He's got perfect position to just roll all these in basically.
You might see him come off the side cushion here. No, he's got the perfect angle. And
have a look at this.
So he'll just roll both of these in. He might start at the touch.
Take the outside one, come slightly with a slight angle on the yellow.
Yeah, just a stun of the bottom rail. He may stun it in a little bit, but I think the natural rolling will give him just a touch of angle where he can just stun to the bottom rail. So
all he's got to do is just roll through on this. That's
there
it.
You go.
And now look at the angle he's got. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect, and this will just be hard up on the bottom cushion after this shot, and he will roll the black in for a 3-1 lead. Do not see him missing this, although I have seen balls like this missed before, but I don't see this missing. And in it, whoa, decided to have a quick look out the window before it jumped out the door.
Are they going to do post-mortems again? No.
No, I think Robbo's just thinking, well, I probably went about that the wrong way. No, Robbo
they gave each other the look.
And they did, and Robbo said, get out of his sight. And 3-1, one more. Oh, sorry, it's a race to 5 this match. I'll be back shortly. I'm going to get a beverage.
Okay, so Mark, break. See what he does with this break. I think he'll go full-blooded. Yep. Screws the white back to avoid the in-off. And reds are spread everywhere. It's got the one near the nameplate at the top that he'll be wanting to get rid of reasonably early, and the one on the right-hand side near the balk line. Gets rid of both of those reds. I think it'll be open sailing from there.
Likey, I'm back already.
Alright, well, Robbo's just done a massive spread. He's got reds everywhere. I'm thinking he gets rid of that one up near the nameplate and the one on the right-hand side near the balk early.
Yes, he may work his way down there now, but there's so many. This is actually like one of those outs where you can actually land a lot of area of the tables a lot of the time until...
He's got a lot of options, that's right.
Yeah, but this ball is about to eliminate now. I think this is the key ball to get rid of, because this is one that you can't land sort of anywhere you like. And I think he's overhit that a bit.
Yeah, he's kind of come a bit far there. It's not ideal.
No, suddenly he's actually just out of position to touch here.
And the problem there with that shot, Jamie, he was coming across the angle, the potting angle of both the reds when he played that ball, and it is, you know, when you come across angles, it's harder to. If you're coming into the angle of the potting angle, you got a bigger area to land on
Absolutely, I agree completely. And when you are running away from them, it only takes an extra couple of rolls on the ball to make the pot really difficult. And as Mick's just given us a true indication of the angle on the shot on the front on view, it looks like it's not that thin. But when Mick gives us the angle, it's actually there's a fair bit of angle. Yeah, you can see right there, it's not straightforward.
the ball. No, and he's running towards the middle too.
And I think he's actually going to pot this in the middle instead. Thanks, Jojo. Yeah, that's a nice thin cut, but it hasn't reached the pocket.
Thin.
Well, he just dragged it up.
Yeah.
And Jake McCartney with another opportunity to go ahead, but he's got a couple of problem balls in the side cushion.
You know what he's looking at here, Jamie? Playing the yellow off the red in the middle and pushing the red into those two yellows. Like on his second yellow. He's going to take the corner yellow, play the yellow off the red.
And this is the sort of thing that Jake sees very, very quickly. Obviously, other players see the same sort of shot, but it's certainly something I didn't see straight up.
Depends on how far over that red is as to...
Oh, that's not a great angle to play the shot, though.
If he just... All he's got to do is stun the white too, though, to be on the long yellow.
Well, I think he'll run through off the side
He's a little
cushion.
bit close to the cushion, though. He would have liked to have been out a bit.
And that's why I don't think he'll stun it. I think he'll actually run through this and come off the side cushion and back out of centre table again. The other thing with this too, even if he plays the pace, you actually have to hit the red pretty thin, otherwise it's going to catch the jaw, and then it won't go into the yellows at all. So the shot's actually quite difficult.
You might even find him only just pushing the red up towards the yellows. No, he looks like he's loading up on it, so...
Well, you're right too, he's stunning it, Pikey, and he's pot it clean as a whistle.
Don't think that was his intention.
No, he wanted to just flick the yellow, because he did hit it at a fair bit of pace.
How's the angle here? Because he got an angle to run through into those two on the cushion.
No, but he is looking at potting his last ball and then screwing into them.
Okay.
So this pot looks pretty straight.
Dan just showing us the angle there off Mick's cam.
Not sure if the left-hand side of those two on the cushion there will sneak off the red in the middle. I don't know if you can get enough purchase on the yellow. I think the other yellow's in the way. So, well, geez, he played that nice. Just a beautiful little drag stun run through there.
Has he got the angle to screw into him, or
He may play a double here, Pikey.
if he hasn't, he'll play the double, yeah.
I think he played the double regardless. And then he's checking the other yellow to see, well, how does this go off it? But I think this double's got to be played.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you make the double, all of a sudden things become a lot easier.
The other thing too, Pike, is that when you look at it, if you play this double and just give yourself an angle, you can actually run between the black and the red and land on the last ball. Well, that actually had more angle than I thought.
He has landed on this one down the cushion, off the red.
This doesn't actually look super straightforward. No, it's not bad. Actually, it's pretty good. I've just had a look at the table itself, and it looks pretty set.
Well, all he's got to do is stun the white, basically. Oh, it's just fell in.
And
Run through.
yeah,
Doesn't want to run through too far and be behind the red.
even if he can clip off the bottom of the red, if he's got a touch of angle.
Nah, he's dead
As you
straight.
can see there, that's perfect camera
How good
work
is
there.
that camera angle?
And he's actually hit that terrible.
Yeah.
But he's still okay, of course.
He was probably making sure he didn't run towards the red, so he's erred on the other side.
Yeah, and he's still alright. Whoa,
Oh!
Jake McCartney has just strawberried himself to 4-1.
And the crowd's going wild. I think he might have played that off the knuckle for the crowd, Jamie.
Mate, I'm telling you now, if anyone else in the room plays that, it misses. I think McCartney's got... He just looks at the pocket with that giant head and says, hey, I'll headbutt you. You do not want to be headbutt by the giant head of Jake McCartney.
Have a look at that rack.
And have a look at those balls as well. And Jake McCartney, he so
Casually.
often breaks and pots a ball and clears when it's final frame for the match.
He does. Here comes the pack explosion. Bang.
And white ball safe. No
No
ball
ball.
in.
You see
And
Jake throw his hands
this
in
is
the
what
air.
happened. This is exactly the same as what happened to me in a frame where 2 balls went over the hole and it was an unwinnable frame.
Have a look at these. Such a difference there.
And yes, reds will be taken, and Robbo will start with the bottom left of the 2 reds over the
Yeah.
pocket. And then he will just need to work his way neatly through the balls. He doesn't want to make an error like he did last frame.
Notice him just checking that red near the black. It's the hardest one to get on.
And I'll tell you now, this money match between Robbo and Jake, I really want to see it, and I think it's a step up for Robbo. And the reason I say that is the other money matches he's played, the guys he's played, while they might be quality players, have made quite a few mistakes, whereas Jake makes, in my opinion, less mistakes in general. This is why he's so highly rated. And I believe Robbo actually played for the little plant there, because that red that's just to the right of the black is quite awkward.
Yeah, he was looking at that early.
So not on a string is Mark Robertson. And he will need to, I'm guessing he's just going to pop this in the middle. He may play for the, he may come around the angles here, in fact. Depends how he feels, but to me it looks like a natural to run around the angles here and finish sort of where his cue line is.
Yeah, I think the yellows might be in the way. He's played for the corner reds. This shows you he is
Still committing.
he's not holding back here. He's taken all his security blankets. He's played to get on that red near the black, and I think.
No, I don't think he has this time, Pikey. I think he's going to leave that till last now.
You reckon?
I think what's going to happen here is he's going to try and eliminate these 2 balls, play for that corner ball on the left-hand side, and then just stun the white.
Actually, here he is. He's going to stun this and get on the next shot.
Yep. Yeah, well, the angle's actually perfect now, and he's just going to either stun or play the run through, depending on how he feels. Well, he's dragged it in.
He's on the red now. He would have liked to have stopped 2 inches back, I think.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't come for side cushion and just come back out so he gets straighter on it. But
now he can't really. He's got to really dip into this and play it soft.
well, you don't really have to, because at the end of the day, you can go right up the other end of the table, because you've got that ball in the left middle, and you can land. As you can see, he's walked up there to go, hey, I can land in a paddock.
You got to miss those 2 middle yellows as well, though.
And that's the key, and he's actually refusing
He's
the
changed
pot.
his mind.
So,
Nice angle again.
well, that doesn't look like it's gone through far enough.
Offside.
I just don't
So-
think he's queuing like he normally does, Robbo.
No, he's not ideal here.
He might be able to actually play this off the.
He looks like he can run through.
Yeah, either that, if he doesn't have the angle, he might be able to use some left-hand side off the cushion anyway.
Yeah, the way he looked, I think he can run through.
Oh, well, there you go. His angle's actually perfect.
Yeah, he's just stunned through.
And this looks pretty sweet.
Much. Yeah, just come out off the one cushion.
Yeah, black same pocket. Oh, he's got into that a bit, and that's a terrible shot.
You don't see Mark hit one them like that badly.
I actually didn't think his angle was that great. That's why I was actually wondering if he was going to play that.
He's actually hit too low on the white there and stunned it, basically.
Yeah, he had hit a pretty much centre ball. So he's looking at taking the black off the yellow, I think. Off the bottom one there, as you can see on the right-hand side, as you can see on your screen now.
Yeah, this is no gimme. This is
Now, this is a tough shot.
about quarter ball, half ball.
And it looks like sort of
Third.
slightly less than quarter ball, I would think.
Yeah, about a third maybe.
Either way, he misses this, he loses the state title.
Yeah, that's true. 4-1 down. If he gets it neat over the pocket, might put a touch of something on Jake, but I think Jake will still get it.
Yeah, well, he's in freewheel mode now,
Is
Jake.
he looking at cutting it back into the corner? I don't know. He's cannoning
No, he's
into.
definitely looking off this yellow. So I think this time he's going to commit to the shot.
He's hampered with his bridge hand as well by those yellows. And the jaw.
And a good shot of the red-headed Hulk here, about to play a big shot to stay in this match. And he's played it perfectly, and in it goes. There's a very, very good shot.
And if you get the chance to rewind that, have a look how solid Mark got himself set. Even though there was a lot hampering his bridge hand and his cueing, and it's all about getting yourself very steady on shots, isn't it, James?
Absolutely, and Robbo's basically said to Jake there, see it anywhere up there at the table. I could have landed anywhere up there to make that easy. Anywhere.
He did do the hand motion at the end there, didn't he?
So Robbo needs a
have
good
look at
break.
this nice close action of the break. Where's the white?
And it's safe. How's the pack spread?
Any balls?
And Mick's gone AWOL again.
I think he's just fell over, Mick, but
So no ball in. Jake will probably take yellows.
yellows.
Well, I think reds. There's more yellows down at the business end where the black is, and those reds up the other end are a bit average. I just like yellows here.
I can see it.
I think the opening pot to the middle.
I can't see the out on either colour, so
Well, I'm actually looking at tying this frame up early.
yeah.
Potting the yellow to the middle and then just cannoning the other one that's just below it, and then probably sit a yellow over the kick where the black is. But Jake might be feeling adventurous.
Is he a bit partial to the adventures?
Well, he is when I practice with him. Some of the outs he plays against me in practice is just ridiculous. And always beware of Jake when he says, I cannot win this frame. Because when he was younger, and I used to say that to him all the time, I used to say, I cannot win this frame, and then I'd make a big out, and he does it all the time now.
What the hell is Mick doing?
I do not know what Mick's doing. Well, Pikey, you are a better judge than me because you were looking at the reds and not the yellows, I think, when you sounded surprised when I said yellows.
What's he going to do, play the red off the edge of the black, or I don't know.
Well, if he does that, I'm just worried it's going to kill the other red, so
Yeah. He might be still looking at securing that pocket.
maybe it's on. No, it's definitely not on.
No, it's not on. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting to see what he does here, because I'm not quite sure what the plan is, Jamie.
Yeah, me either. But there's no way Jake could just be blazing away for the sake of blazing away. He's far too good a player for that.
He's going to run this down over the pocket.
Well, it wouldn't be the stupidest play of all time.
No, he's looking. I'll tell you, he's having a look at that red off the black. But
I just don't understand how he cannot kill the red though. So, looking forward to seeing a couple of shots.
he wants to.
He's going to drop this in dead weight, and then now he's playing the shot that he was lining up early. He's slightly overrun where he initially queued to play the shot from. I just don't see this shot on, Pikey.
Not sure. Really not sure here, Jamie.
Like, what was wrong with playing that shot with more pace, coming off the left-hand side cushion, giving yourself an angle on that bottom red, stun into the yellow, which will push the red out in the middle of the table, and then you're still on the red that's in the centre of the table. That's how I saw this. But
I think you'll see him taking control of the pocket here. He can't go here.
well, he's played that very badly.
Not sure.
This is what I'm saying.
Still not sure with
I
that.
just don't think there was any way he could play that in such a way where he was really at a massive. I mean, obviously he didn't mean to clip the black there. He wanted to put the red on the bottom side jaw.
This is interesting, Jamie. The first thing I'm thinking about is getting the yellow over the hole, but
I think that's the only way you can lose.
You've also got to be careful because Jake can return it back around. So
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can lose Pike is if you put the yellow straight over the pocket here.
And then Jake just ends up potting it on you. Yeah.
So I think Robbo may eliminate a couple of balls first, just to make sure the traffic's not so congested for him if he does get the 2.
He can play up on that yellow up to the walk line and leave Jake off any available pot or control of the pocket shot, I think.
Well, maybe he's going to play the pot and get the cannon on the red. It's all dodgy.
Yeah, you got to be, like you say, very careful. If you drop this over the hole, I can see Jake turning it back around on you.
I guess the thing is, if he does put it over the hole, you can't actually take control of it straight away. You're not going to have a shot to put it on, but he's gone for the cannon.
He
and
has played what you said.
Well, I think he's actually in trouble now. Actually,
Yeah,
that red doesn't actually go inside the black.
I think possibly got to play a shot where he plays that bad yellow off the side rail and screws the white back down to this bottom cushion.
I actually don't mind playing the face cut double here on this yellow that we're looking at right now. It's a bit of a shot to nothing.
I just don't like leaving Jake out that side of the red. I'm bringing the white back to this bottom rail.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You can play that sort of shot and take your white ball off the back and left-hand side cushion, pretty much where his cue is right now.
Yep.
And your white
Probably
ball's
got to play it a little bit firmer than I like, but
your white ball's priority, not the actual pot.
yeah.
But that's the shot he's played. But I think he's underhit that by a fair bit, unless he's tried to play. No, he's hit it well. He's hit it very nice.
He's happy with that white ball.
It's actually perfect.
You couldn't leave that yellow on the side rail there. You had to move that.
Yeah, Jake's going to go up and down here and just try and hit the red where the black is. Tell you what, Pikey, this new commentary area, don't know if I'm happy with it. I haven't got my comfy chair.
Yeah,
I need a chair with a back on it because I'm starting to kill myself right now.
We need more donations, folks, if you can send in so we can get some new chairs.
Anyone's got some awesome chairs for the commentary team? So big shot this actually in the context of the match.
He's putting this in front of the black.
Well, he's going to try, and he's hit that perfectly. He actually cannot play that any better. It's not possible to play that shot any better.
It's a bit cool, but I like it.
Well, you tell me you could play that shot better. I can't see it. He's left Robbo really nothing easy. And he's got the red pretty well over the kick. White ball's hard up. If anything, he could have kept the black in a bit better position. But he'll be happy with that.
I just noticed on that close zoom in, the Aramith symbol on the 8 ball looks a lot like the Eye of Horus.
The Eye of Horus?
Not quite, but there's a little similarity there.
There is a slight similarity. 5.
What's scary going on about there?
You wanted to know what the race was.
Okay.
It's better tell him his boyfriend's not far off losing.
His boyfriend. I wonder if Susie's listening at home. She might not appreciate that.
Well,
I'm sure she knows what the rules are before she signed up.
Well, that's right. You don't get in the way of the bromance. So
or as Butters calls it, the Scobbo.
Scobbertson.
Scobbertson, that's it.
And a strange shot that from Robbo. The only reason I say that is he just removed a ball that was really tying that red up, and now Jake's just pretty much just going to get it out.
He's not looking at taking the corner ball and cannoning into him, is he?
Well, I don't think the angle's on.
That's one thing I struggle with on these tables where they're a bit more, the felt's a bit heavier. Coming off balls over the pocket, you seem to get thicker angles and less travel on the white than what I'm used to. But, the good players adjust, so.
Yeah, it's amazing how table conditions can actually affect some of the shots that you do play until you do settle in. He's having a dip here. Oh, he's hit that way too thin. He actually were trying to cannon the yellow there that was stuck to the red.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have cared which contact. As long as the full ball contact, when he stays on the red, it's like to the left of them, he would have been okay.
And it's an interesting choice because by taking that on, he's opened things up a bit. And
well, I don't think it was the right shot. But having said that, though, if he gets the cannon, he looks like a genius, and then he wins the match. So that was probably what was going through his head. You know, I just have to cannon this. It's not hard. I've got 2 balls to aim for, and he's fluffed it.
see there. I was actually, my first shot was looking at just bouncing the red off the yellow, trying to leave the white up near the black, but I would have been giving Robbo probably some kind of pot. Even though the black was safe, you're still giving Robbo another turn, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, Jake really needs to get a good white here.
Yeah, I think white ball's key here.
And as he flicks off, and this is the shot I would have played.
How good is that?
That's the shot I would have played one shot earlier.
I think he's still in trouble here, but that's a good shot. Robbo's coming off the top.
Well, I actually think he can hit one of the yellows here.
I think he'll come off the top cushion, hit the yellow on the side rail, Jamie.
I don't think he's totaled, Pikey. I reckon that's a risk. I reckon he's going to take the red yellow.
How's that camera over there, Dan?
Actually,
we got the third camera.
No, you're right, mate. He is totaled. It looks to me like he could be totaled. So
well, we got the third camera coming here, and yeah.
well, hard to tell from that. But it looked to me. I went and had a look behind. It looked like it was totaled. He hasn't asked for it yet, I don't think. But yeah, your shot will come into play now, Pikey.
Just had the technician tell me if I tried turning it off and on.
So we're probably taking a bit of time on this.
Working again?
Just quiet. Still.
Okay. So we're back.
Well, what's this shot he's playing?
What is he playing here, Jamie?
I can't tell. We might have to flick back to the overhead. He's actually deliberately fouled, and I'll tell you what.
Okay, well.
That's a bad shot.
I
reckon the double's on, and then Jake can run the gap and get on the other red.
That's a big call.
No, I think that's a bad shot, Pikey. I think it's a very poor option.
I think Robbo was looking at the situation going, I'm in trouble here.
Actually, the double's not on because it's too wide, but I still think he can promote the red and get himself on that tricky red that's in the middle of them all. I think you'll see.
He has got a free shot at the double, you're right. He's just got to make sure he's on the other red.
But it's actually, you can't just play it natural. You've actually got to screw off it.
Yeah. But I think the main thing about this shot is being on the other red.
It is, and you can't actually have a legitimate attempt at the double and hold for the red. You've got to play it with too much pace. Square it up and screw off and clear the red for away.
If you make the double and you're not on the red, it's not really an advantage. I think if you miss the double and you are on the red, you've still got control and possibly the option to run out.
Yeah, he's definitely playing some kind of promotional shot though.
Yeah,
and,
that was the key, just being on the red.
I'll tell you something else there that you may not have noticed at home is Jake actually used a lot of right hand side on the white there to pull it off the rail and get on this red.
The problem is he's not ideal because that red's come close to the yellow.
Well, the way I look at this is if he just runs through and see how he's just looking there, he can have an angle to stun down between the yellows and get on the back cushion.
Yeah, you got to be tricky because you might flick the edge of the yellow and got to be careful.
Nah, he's definitely looking at it. I reckon he can clear this. I reckon this is the shot.
What about can he screw into the yellow and then pot the red long and screw back for the black?
I think this is safer. I think this is the way to go.
Oh, he's
Well,
clipped
he's
the edge of the
overplayed that by
yellow.
a mile. I don't want to just run through that, but
He tried to stun past the yellow, he just clipped the edge of it.
clipping the edge of it actually made it less thin than it is now. So I'm not sure about that shot. And this is actually very, very thin.
Is he going to take it long, Jamie?
Well, I think he has to, but Well, it looks like he's going in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah, with a lot of right hand side possibly. Well,
He's
it wasn't.
checked it up. Oh,
It
have
wasn't
a
actually.
look at-
Look at that shot. It wasn't even that thin.
And he's checked it up perfect.
And that gets a big clap from the crowd and appreciated. And that will be the end of the match, I'm pretty sure.
That was a great shot.
Although the last Blackie played, had a look out the window before it went through the door, and that one is in. Jake McCartney wins the state title. The handshake comes from Robbo and a big hug. And Robbo looks a little bit dejected. Donny shakes his hand and says, well, you're in the stateside. Would you like to play in the last 20 anyway and have a chance of missing out?
Oh dear.
And to be honest, I think the current two best players in the state are in the state team at the moment. I think the best two players in the state are the two guys we just watched.
Well,
On form.
as much as I haven't liked the system, you're possibly right. The two probably big dogs have got through.
And yeah, I think the system could use a rework, but it does generally bring the best players through still, so something must be working. Anyway, guys, we'll sign off. I hope you enjoyed that final. And I think future events we've got coming up, there's a Pro-Am coming up that Steve Jamison organises. And state selections, but I don't think we'll be covering that because it's just a preliminary round. So yeah, I think the next thing's a Pro-Am. And I think there's some event at Potters, but I think they've canned the old CueballTV, so I don't think we'll be getting any of that. The next Pro-Am will be here and covered, but there's a Potters comp on, but I don't think that'll be on. Anyway, we're out of here.
Alright,
Thanks for listening, guys.
see you later. What's that? Potters again?
What? Like a week. No more practice anyway.
Are you ready, champ?
Won't be putting in the time that I was before.
See you later, guys. Thanks for having one playing on the weekend. Good on you guys.
I want to deal with it. Bring her over. So I when I'm playing Woody, I actually more of me wanted Woody to win than me to win. Because he wanted it more than me.
Well done.
Yeah, he wanted it.